And we are officially live. Welcome to the Regi Roundtable discussion where I'm the one that matters. I'm the egotist at the table. I'm the official egotist at the table.
Damn straight.
Next to 꽍ᴏ_ᴍᴇᴅɪᴜ, the bigger egotist at the table. How you doing,
I'm
Q?
eating currently.
And then
At the table.
Drake
At the table.
Starstorm. And now I actually have to tweet out the stream.
I take it I don't get a fancy intro.
You can make your own intro. No one's stopping you from making an intro.
Hi.
Well, it's Regi, who
Oh,
is
shit,
also
what an intro.
edgy. It's Regi, who is in fact also edgy.
Oh, no.
Edgy Regi. Hey,
Edgy Regi.
By the way, your stream hit my sub box.
Did it actually hit someone's fucking sub box finally?
It did.
After
It did.
like 2 weeks of not? I'm gonna check my side account while we're talking about this.
I'm
It's
gonna
there. I
stick on
see
the
it.
notification that you were streaming
Let's go,
to-
brother.
Like I know notifications are fine because I get pop-ups all the time, even though like it's busted. Well, it was busted. I like how it's fixed now that I said like, oh, I have a schedule, and this is why I've not been on, and like I actually have a Twitch schedule set up now, and like all that fun stuff. Charizard, why it hit my inbox? Yeah, boy, we're finally getting the podcast in people's sub feed. That's beautiful. Also, I have an ad for Roblox for some reason. It's a really weird, like low poly texture Roblox. How you doing, guys? Hey! Oh!
Hey.
What's in that sandwich there, buddy? Guys win.
Ham.
Ham?
Fuck yeah.
That's not roast beef. What the fuck?
I said ham. No, I said ham.
That's not roast beef. I think.
not. It's
I think
definitely
you're.
ham.
I think you're wrong.
It's a ham.
Oh yeah, you're right. I did. Oh, I forgot about the April Fool's joke. I had an April Fool's joke, which was like just me, fucking playing Roblox all day.
Okay, wait.
Huh.
How's that a joke? I
Hey,
get it.
it's in my fucking sub feed. Well,
Let's go. See, I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, it was just a. I think Twitchy sent me a joke where it's like Roblox the entire week. It's like, yep, got you, bam, set up. It was like all week. It was just Roblox 24/7.
And
That
that's
was the
the joke.
entire. That was the entire. Like it was when I had stream schedules.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the stream schedule was just Roblox 24/7.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
And now I have actually one set up. I have an actual stream, like actual setup schedule. Thank you, Sprite.
Well, congratulations, Regi. We're proud of you.
A congratulations burp. I agree.
We're proud of you.
And I get to tweet out the stream. 1 second. And I can look at the chat. I have my second monitor back.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! So much American Dad have you watched today, bud?
Me?
Yeah.
None.
Why the fuck?
You just
What?
asked how much American Dad?
Yeah.
I just watched the season finale of My Hero Academia.
How was that?
It was cool, but I didn't know that was the season finale, so now I'm upset.
They're just like, wait, it's not the series finale, so not that,
No, like it just like at the end it was just all like to be continued in season 5. And I was like, are you fucking
Yeah.
kidding me?
God, I felt so weird about that season system where it's just like, oh, we're gonna like split everything up in seasons now. It's like, it's still wait a
split-
year.
What would you say?
Like, look, the season split with like, My Hero Academia. Because like I watched season 1 and it was just like, up season 2 coming like next year.
Oh yeah, they're up to 4 now, and they just finished the 4th, so
Yeah.
now's the time to catch up, I suppose, while we wait for season 5.
Yeah, I'm on season 2 still, actually. Like, I'm legit still in season 2.
Well, it gets way better, I'll tell you that much.
Does it? Like, season 1 was fine. I didn't hate it. Like, it was...
No, the only thing I didn't like about season 1 was that like the main character was like kind of a crybaby.
Yeah.
Crybaby wah, and I didn't like that.
Like, in the first episode, I was, like, pretty alright with that. So I was just building him up. But after that, I was like, yeah. Like, there are aspects I found neat. Like, I liked a lot. But I enjoyed the... I like tournaments. I'm a big fan of tournaments. And, like...
Speaking of which,
My Hero
Blue Collar
Academia...
Gamer says now make up a date on the tournament.
As I was saying, ignoring Blue Collar Gamer...
No, they do. Did you see the what would they call it, the school festival? I think?
Yeah, I'm like in the middle of that arc, and I like
yeah, that's
really
dope.
like I like the concept. I'm actually at the tournament part of the of that arc.
Yeah,
Where it's
it's
like-
really dope.
He's fighting the one guy who makes you freeze in place. I think I forget like his exact name.
Todoroki.
Maybe it was like the
Yeah, he's
weird
like fire and ice.
no. It was like the first round of the actual tournament.
Oh yeah,
tournament.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know his name because it's been like a
No,
year or two.
he's like a side character, so it's like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
I like some of them. there's that gadget girl that kind of like got. Like,
I fucking love bro Hatsume.
Yeah.
Bro, I love her.
I
I love her.
a lot of
She's
the.
my favorite.
I will give credit to My Hero Academia.
That's my girl.
A lot of it. A lot of the girls are well designed. I will fully give them that. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Like a lot of them are like really like uniquely designed. They look really cool. There's some that I kind of confuse with one another, but like there's like maybe one or two. I really like the one with the headphone jack like dangling from your ears.
Yeah, she's cool.
I like the cons. Like obviously you can't do a whole lot with that, but still kind of cool.
But
Like,
her power is actually pretty cool.
yeah.
Like she's like she could like plug it into anything and just hear everything. Pretty dope.
Like that's it's like a cool design kind of thing. There's that one guy who's like a weird man beast. Kind of cool. I forget his name.
Oh yeah, the guy with like
Yeah.
he like forms eyes on his arms and shit like that. That guy. Yeah. Okay. He's cool. Yeah.
Right. Well, while I'm typing out the tweet, Drake, go ahead and introduce yourself fully, or tell us about yourself.
Oh well.
If I keep talking about My Hero, I'll keep forgetting to type this out.
Well, my name is well, people probably know me as Drake. Well, yeah. And I'm not exactly a YouTuber yet, but I'm in that thing. You know. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous.
It's all good, dude. Nothing.
Think about like
Bakugo?
it's literally just a conversation. Bakugo, best girl, agreed.
That's a
Explosive
guy, you
titty,
fucking idiot.
explosive man titties. I love it.
Oh, Blue Collar doesn't like Bakugo. He's a bitch in general.
Bam, lazy. I haven't really watched any anime. The last one I watched was Death Note a while ago. That's fair.
I've never watched that yet either.
Ian's claps and scream. Woo! Woo!
I am a fan of retro games and different games in general.
Q, and
Pokemon.
I guess I was gonna recommend the Drake, but I think Q would like this way more than Drake would.
What's up?
So okay, how did you watch any animations on YouTube? Like,
Define.
like there's a guy called Psychic Pebbles, Oni and G, like the Newground guys. Anyone? Have you heard any of them?
I know some of the Newground guys. I don't know like their names. You know what I mean? I know of them though.
Yeah, you probably seen like an animation or two. Like they're that big. One came out with an Adult Swim pilot, and I genuinely like think it's kind of funny. Like I think it's really enjoyable. I'm trying to find the name because I posted it in my the egg server that I'm in, which is the server.
I think I know what you're talking about because I heard Adult Swim is making new shows and stuff.
Smiling Friends, Smiling Friends.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard about that. No.
Would recommend slightly, at least
What's
like give it a try.
Smelling Friends?
Smiling Friends.
Smiling Friends. I'm just gonna
Would
type it in the chat
fully-
so I can remember.
Fully recommend Smiling Friends.
Smiling Friends. Okay.
It's got like there's a channel called Red Letter Media who like reviews like movies. They have like 1 million subs. One of the guys from there voices the depressed guy.
I know one of the creators of Rick and Morty, Justin Roiland, is making a new show.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see if that's it, but I don't think it is. No,
No, it's not. No,
Yeah, it's not it. It's not it.
The creator of this one's Psychic Pebbles and a guy called Michael. I forget his last name.
Wait, is that like his stage name, Psychic Pebbles?
Yeah,
I'm assuming?
that's
Okay,
his
so-
username. That's his username.
okay,
His
okay.
name's
That's
Zach
what I figured.
Hadel. I do know the YouTuber Fitz. I've watched bits and pieces of Fitz.
You watched Bits and Pieces or Fits and Pieces?
Bits and pieces. God damn.
Let's go.
Banned from the podcast. Got you. That's fine.
You gotta love the puns.
I can't look
Yeah,
at chat
dude.
for a second. I'm on my Discord plugging
gotta love
the
the puns.
stream.
Does anyone know Fitz? Oh yeah. Is that why you mentioned it, or is that just
That's why I talked about it because he
Oh, okay.
he asked.
Okay. I'm a little late to the chat.
So yeah, like I watched him. Like I watched that whole CS:GO kind of crew that was going on for a bit. I did watch them for a little bit. One second. Like I watched Swagger Souls for a bit. I'm not even bald. I have more hair than half the community does. The fuck? I have more hair than Papa and Symbiotic Troll combined.
Everyone gossip. It's like
Everyone-
like you can literally see it when his face cams up that he's not. But okay.
I'm not blonde. I'm not bald at all. I'm blonde. That's a close word, but not bald.
Reggie is bald.
I'm not
Bald,
bald.
my
I'm not-
eyes.
My eyes. Ah! But no, I'm not bald.
It's just a SpongeBob episode, isn't it?
Yeah. It's the movie. It's off the. I think it's the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, movie. Yeah. I saw that one in theaters.
All right. I think everyone did when they were younger.
Yeah, I want to point out I brought a Pikachu plushed animal with me and to the theater to see SpongeBob the movie.
You're a true fan.
Yeah,
That's all I can say.
I was also really young. This was like what, '04. I was probably like 7 or 8 at the time.
True fan.
I mean,
My
I
eye.
mean, yeah. I mean, I do. Yeah, I do like Pokemon. I mean, I've had played a lot of Pokemon games when I was younger, and still now.
Wait a minute. I actually just realized what you said, Red. You said you brought a Pikachu plush to the SpongeBob movie?
Yeah, you just
Wow.
now realized I said
Yeah,
that.
no. For whatever, no. I heard you say it, but I was like, wait a minute, because for whatever reason, I thought SpongeBob was a Pokemon movie. I know it's not. Obviously, it's SpongeBob. I was like, wait a minute, it's not a. That it just clicked that it's not a Pokemon movie. Why did you bring a Pikachu plush?
I don't really remember why. I just remember like I was like 7 and I really liked that like Pikachu plush.
That's so weird. I was like, wait a minute.
I was
You thought
7. I was 7. Okay, fuck you.
No, I was just wondering. I was like, wait a minute. He said he bought a Pikachu plush to a to a SpongeBob movie. I was like,
Yeah, I
it just
did.
didn't click that it wasn't.
I legit did.
I mean,
It's so funny.
don't
Just
you
about
remember
yellow.
that particular part in SpongeBob where he's like, "These jelly donuts are awesome, Squidward."
My favorite SpongeBob episode. Yeah, the jelly
It's
donut.
not,
episode.
no. What is your favorite SpongeBob episode? Like, I think we talked about this like on one of the earlier episodes.
We probably did. Fuck.
Probably like probably like between Bubble Bowl and
I think we did answer Bubble Bowl.
yeah, I think most people said Bubble Bowl, but there's a bunch of couple good ones I just can't remember. Like the Salty Splatoon episode is pretty good. That's
The-
probably not my favorite.
Pizza
Oh,
delivery.
that's
Pretty good.
That's a good. Those
Oh
are
yeah,
good
pizza
episodes.
delivery. I'm trying to think of one that like I quote the most.
I know there's the one episode where SpongeBob gets trapped in like the under city, whatever it's called. Like he falls down a cliff.
Rock Bottom, I think is the
Rock
title.
bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one. It's like I'm going to, and people are not gonna be happy. Everyone in this server.
Do it. It's your server.
No, it's not even my server. It's my friend's server.
Oh, I thought you meant you were doing it
But-
on your server.
No, it's a server me and Drake are in together.
Okay.
It's Nathan's server.
Oh yeah.
Cute. Go on. Pop
Well,
off.
I want to like say hey, come support Drake on the pod. Go ahead.
Discussing My Hero Academia. We talked about it for 5 seconds.
We can still talk about it. We're not. I'm not stopping you from talking about it more.
Well, like I can't really like talk about the season finale, which is what I want to talk about because 1, you guys haven't seen it, and 2, it just released this morning.
I'm
So I don't know.
sorry
If it's
that I don't watch a lot of anime. I don't
well, no,
know
that's not it. I'm just saying, like you're like 2.5 seasons behind. I'm not about to like Well,
I
guess
know.
the finale isn't really spoiling at all. It
Well-
just deals with like a cool like fight scene, really.
I'm just like I'm just in a position where I don't watch a lot of anime because of I don't exactly have like the free time to sit and like marathon shit.
You don't have the free time.
I'm working on a lot of shit that
before
isn't out
this
yet.
podcast started, you were literally complaining about being quarantined, even though you know you're not.
I am technically. Shut up.
Uh,
I call you the Costa Rican bitch for a reason.
you don't ever call me that. This is the very first time I've heard of it.
I've heard you call me bitch a lot of times. It's okay.
Well, yeah, because you told me to.
I said it was okay. I was like, ah, go ahead. You don't. Fucking, you won't.
I'm saying
What?
I do like Naruto. I think when Pug Weenie was here a couple weeks ago, we had a bit
Yeah,
more.
that's one I've never seen.
You've never seen Naruto.
No, I've seen like bits and pieces, but I've never
That's
like
fair.
sat down and watched it.
That's
you know
fair. I'm not sure if I would recommend it or not. I'm like not fully sure.
I hear nothing but good things. It's just a
I-
lot to try and take in. for me.
It's like 400 episodes. So
I mean, Naruto looks alright. It's just
oh, it's animated well.
filler seems really intimidating.
Or well,
Like, even
here, let me-
even Naruto's filler apparently has filler.
let me clarify here. The pain fight is the best animated thing. So like the pain fight, love it. It was way. I loved that arc. The pain arc was fine. I actually liked the. Oh, is it 500? Oh, okay, it's 500. Well, to be fair, I skipped a lot of the filler, so it was 400 for me.
Jesus, that's a lot of episodes.
Yeah. Well, it's no
500.
One Piece where it's like 900, but
Yeah, and it's no Detective Conan, which is like 851.
oh no, that's well over 800 now. It's well over 100, I think. Yeah.
Jesus, I need to have a check.
That's crazy.
I want to point out, I absolutely skipped the last arc. I skipped the very last arc before like the final fight. It's like they had a bit. I know I mentioned this with 괱ᴏᴄɪᴜ, but I can mention it here since Charizard's questioning it. He's not really questioning it, but he's mentioning Naruto, so I can pretend he's questioning it. So yeah, the last arc that's like before the big fight between Naruto and Sasuke is this alien
Spoilers.
bit. This
I'm just kidding.
yeah, the anime ended
ahead,
like
go
5 years ago. I don't care. The fan fight, the Itachi versus Sasuke or Naruto versus Pain. Good question. Because the Itachi one's pretty good too.
Naruto versus Pain.
Naruto versus Pain is like well animated, but the Itachi versus Sasuke one's a lot more interesting.
I've heard the final bit's like really annoying.
The final bit has this bitch, this alien bitch
Go on.
that I call. She's an alien. She's like straight up an alien. She's the mother of chakra. She's the reason why chakra exists.
Oh yeah, you guys were complaining about that
Yeah.
the last time.
Yeah.
That was
And
hilarious.
it was so boring. It was so uninteresting. 'Cause, like it had to do with nothing. Like the problem with Naruto is it tried to stretch itself so far that it became so boring. Like they didn't know what to do with it, so they just made it boring. It sucked that way. I like maybe it might be Kaguya. It's probably Kaguya. Like there was like I liked the concept of a big fucking world war. Like that's cool. Like it was like all the ninjas together fighting like a whole bunch of fucking strong dead ninjas. Like,
Let's go, dude.
That's a cool concept. It could have been executed better, but it was a cool concept. Like imagine if fucking like Bleach, like they just had an arc where everyone got together and fought all like the dead former enemies that they knew.
I mean, that's kind of what like a lot of animes lead towards. Like once they get to like their
Like,
5th or 6th season,
They
it's
get
always
like
like just a big
big,
culmination
yeah.
of everything.
like Yu Yu
Which
Hakusho
I
had
love.
that big
I love all
tournament.
that stuff.
Yu Yu Hakusho had like a 60 episode tournament. I enjoyed that one a lot actually. Like genuinely enjoyed the 60 episode tournament arc.
Yeah, that sounds like hell fun. Like that sounds
It-
like if I were to get into it,
You're
that's
in
where I would
hell, but it's great.
start.
Because like
That's exactly where I would start.
it has a lot of high moments, and that's the thing. It's all high moments, and it's all building up Yusuke. I would fully recommend Yu Yu Hakusho as an anime. Like fully.
Yeah, it's one of those OG animes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's from the 90s.
Yeah,
Like-
that's OG.
95, I think. Like mid 90s. Like it's like a weird mixture of like 90s dub. Like 90s dubs aren't that bad. Like they can be bad, but they can also be half decent.
I mean, to be fair, the '90s was like
It was a weird
so
time.
long ago. Like
Yeah.
technology has gone far and beyond the '90s.
I will fully admit, I don't like modern dubs. I think they're typically terrible. It's not often I enjoy a modern English dub of an anime. Because, like, the issue I think is more of, like, not enough voice actors.
Oh, dude, like, you have an example?
Literally all of Funimation's, like, the one anime, like, dubbing studio now, I think. I think they're the only one.
Oh, you're saying like too many like of the same actors dub?
It's the same actors, and they're okay. Like they're not bad, but they all do the same voices for every character, and just like, eh.
Yeah, I watch a lot of my stuff in subs, so I don't even know.
Yeah, a lot of people watch subbed anime, and that's like it like removes all that problem entirely, which is fair. And like it's not even like a modern anime thing. Like dubs have always been terrible to some extent. There's like there used to be good ones, and now I don't know what the good ones are. Like,
Remember
of
like the
modern-
live action dubs, like back in the day, where like dude would still like his dude's mouth would be moving for like a minute and a half. With
Oh,
the
the
line
really
was already
awful
done.
like kung fu
That
dubs.
was
Oh, I
so-
love those.
Yeah, oh my god, like every Bruce Lee movie.
Like as a
194 episodes of the case closed. Jesus.
as a fan of Wu-Tang Clan, I fully appreciate those those kung fu movie dubs
Yeah,
entirely. I give credit to Wu-Tang. Like they entirely have a great like gimmick there. Like they're all about the
Yeah.
fucking weird fucking kung fu movies.
Oh, is that why they're called the Wu-Tang?
Yeah, it's from a kung fu movie.
Oh, nice.
I think it's called Enter the Wu-Tang, and they just took
Yep.
that. Yeah.
like fuck it, dude, that's our clan.
Yeah, they're like, what are they gonna do? And then they took all their favorite kung fu movies and then re-released them on VHS. It's actually kind of cool that way. I like it a lot. I don't know how much my audience is into hip hop now that we just talked about anime, but I know I'm the whitest guy here, but
I know the whitest guy here, but
well, I mean, last episode I was the whitest guy there, so fair enough.
I mean, I think in almost every episode you are, but
yeah, well, Drake kind of beats me. I feel like. Okay. Oh wait, the Death Note dub. The Death Note dub. No. Let's not up the Death Note dub, because the Death Note dub has the scene. I'm gonna take a potato chip and eat it. Don't
that's
yeah.
the scene.
There's a scene in Death Note that's like there's a scene in Death Note where like it's like early on in the season. Have you seen Death Note?
Me no.
Okay. Do you care if I talk about like
No, I mean, go ahead, dude. I'm probably never gonna watch it.
I
know
it's good,
but I haven't watched Death Note myself anyway, so it's alright.
It's like it's a decent anime, but like I don't know. I think people overhype it for what it is. It's still decent. Like I wouldn't say no to watching it.
I think it's because at the time it was one of those like really epic mainstream animes, you know?
Yeah, it was the mid 2000s. They were kind of like starved for like half decent anime, and well,
like, oh my god, have you seen this? Like, how amazing!
Because like in middle school, everyone was just like, "Oh, have you seen Death Note?" Or well, not everyone. Like there was like 5 people who watched anime in my well, it was like 10. It was an anime club.
They definitely appealed to the right audience, you know, in terms of.
What are our favorite anime or animated TV series, not anime, if that makes sense? Yeah. Well, okay. I mean,
like SpongeBob, for instance.
Yeah, like SpongeBob.
You're talking about. Yeah. Maybe SpongeBob, easy.
Mine probably Boondocks, in all honesty.
Like, oh, really?
Like just from straight up.
I would consider that anime.
It's not really anime. It's an American production.
I've watched quite a lot of stuff, but one of the things that sticks to me the most is some of the animated shows I used to watch when I was a kid. Like Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry and all that. Still, like, I'll still watch every now and then.
Take a potato chip and eat it. He-Man. Oh, I want to point out something.
Go ahead.
There's always been like I've been watching a lot of like different videos lately, and He-Man's always kind of been considered like the jokes that He-Man's gay. That's like the joke, and it's always been like that. Come to find out that like the voice actors, like several voice actresses and voice actors, have straight up said that Filmation, the people who made He-Man, Filmation was the gayest studio around. They're not inherently wrong about He-Man being, gay to some form, which I find kind of interesting. Which is fair, like it's entirely fair. See, he watches American Dad.
So wait, I mean, I watch American Dad, but I mean, I just didn't watch any today. That was a weird question to ask.
Was
it
American though?
Dad have you watched today?
Yeah, how about?
No,
yeah,
I didn't any, none. I didn't watch any today.
Ooh, that's too little. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah.
The requirement to be on the podcast, you gotta watch an episode a day. That's just how it be. Now, if you don't watch an episode a day, how we're gonna talk about Roger? Like
I mean, we can talk about Roger. He's a great character, but like
today we're reviewing episode 7 of season 3.
Guarantee you don't even know the plot of that.
I don't know. Roger does a crazy plan.
You said season 7, episode 3?
Season 3, episode 7. I said it backwards. Because I said it backwards. I said episode 7. I said episode 7, season 3. That's probably why. American Dad's good. I'm not looking it up.
Chains keep us together.
I like Teen. I'm Teen Titans. I enjoy. I think people are they're too focused on the old Teen Titans.
Oh no, that was something else. That was from the Americans. I don't know what the hell that was.
Oh, hi, Chair of the God. How you doing, bud?
I think the problem with Teen Titans Go.
I think the problem with Teen Titans Go is people are like,
it's not Teen Titans.
My thoughts like it's adults trying to watch like a kid-oriented show, and then sitting there like, why isn't it made for me?
Damn it! Where's the Teen Titans I grew up with?
And like, you're not wrong. That is exactly what people react like.
That's like I always have an issue with that kind of stuff. It's like, oh man, why wasn't this children's show made for people younger than me? Not to my standards. It's like it's not made for you.
The thing is, children shows have changed because because children now have changed as well.
I will outright
So-
say I like a lot of the cartoons that have come out.
Like a lot of cartoon shows are now the same style, more rounded characters with more expressions, and they've
I mean,
gone for us.
I'm not really one to talk because the '80s was like notorious for like all looking the same.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
this is basically the modern era of cartoons now.
I mean, yeah, I don't actually know anything that's on TV currently that's not adult cartoons. Like I know Steven Universe just ended. I think OKKO ended. Maybe I don't actually. I watch adult cartoons. It's like what I watch. Teen Titans Go is a bad just because it's the sense of humor. In my opinion, it teaches children. I don't know if it teaches children wrong because I feel like we're looking at it in the same eyes that our parents looked at SpongeBob. I feel like that's how I feel about it. That make sense?
Yeah.
The amazing world of
Like our parents looked at SpongeBob and it was like, ah, it's dumb, stupid. Like, now I'm not saying that Teen Titans Go is as good as SpongeBob. It's not, but I also miss Regular Show, and I hope JG Quintel does great.
I never watched that either.
I like Regular Show because it has a bunch of references that I get, and I like that. Oh, Chair of the God, I have a recommendation for you. Watch Smiling. What was the one I recommended? Smiling Friends. Is that it?
Smiling Friends, yes.
Smiling Friends. Watch Smiling Friends on Adult Swim. It's on the Adult Swim actually website. It's made by Psychic Pebbles and Michael Cusack. I don't actually remember like his name. I've like seen videos he's done. Like both these guys are animators from like Newground era. Zach did make the series Hellbenders, which was on like almost like brought up onto Adult Swim or like Comedy Central, but they didn't actually do it. Now they actually released a pilot, and it's honestly not that bad. It's genuinely I enjoy it. And then Q hates me because he's a baby bitch.
Why would I hate you? About what?
I don't know. I don't actually have a reason.
Yeah, I'm like, why would I hate you for it? I don't understand. I don't understand.
I won't lie to you. I don't actually know what like children's cartoons exist currently. Like I don't know what's on Cartoon Network. I don't know what's on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I don't know anything about current children's cartoons. I suppose.
I will like occasionally watch an Adult Swim show because I enjoy adult cartoons. I don't know.
Yeah, they're good.
Like I don't know if it's just because I'm an adult, but I enjoy adult cartoons to some degree. Like Rick and Morty's pretty alright.
Yeah, Rick and Morty's really good.
I feel weird being a Rick and Morty fan because there's like some level of shame to being a Rick and Morty fan.
I wouldn't say there's some level of shame if you value other
Okay,
people's opinions.
okay,
Yeah, sure.
yeah,
But
okay.
I mean, there's definitely like a negativity associated with
Yeah.
the normal fan base.
It's
sure,
a
I'll give you that.
negativity associated with it that I'm talking.
Yeah. Because like, there's like a portion of the fan base that like thinks they're like above regular humans simply because they watch Rick and Morty.
Like,
But like those same people are still like think they're above others in any normal sense anyway. So it's like
a
they
lot
just so happen to watch Rick and Morty.
the audience that gets attracted to Rick and Morty is very negative kind of people. Like they're very, I don't want to say incel, but basically incel.
Yeah, there's probably a good incel following, I would say.
Yeah, I would say.
Remember where,
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, Drake?
remember where that joke came from?
What joke? The Pickle Rick
There was
one?
a
Or-
joke that like was it? Oh, you have to have a high level of IQ to
Oh,
understand.
yeah. I like-
there's a copy and paste.
I love that
program
copy
going
pasta.
around.
I do
Yeah,
kinda
it's
like
it's like
the-
a paragraph.
yeah.
It's like some people don't like Rick and Morty because they have to have a certain level of IQ to like, and
Yeah.
to get the joke.
Okay,
But-
I heard that came out with Steven Universe Future, but I think that might have ended. I don't actually know when that was. Like I got told it ended. My dad is addicted to Rick and Morty rip. I own two Rick and Morty t-shirts. My
It's not a
dad
bad addiction. You can have worse
my
addiction.
dad's addicted to Disenchanted on Netflix. So I mean, like,
Okay, now that you got to disown him.
do I have to
Yeah.
disown him?
I didn't like that.
It was alright.
Steven Universe Future is a lot more different compared to the original.
Well, what am I thinking?
I've never seen either of those.
Steven Universe
Steven Universe is
Future
fine.
was more dramatic and more powerful.
Like I would say like it's a not too bad of a show.
No, I've heard it's good. Like
yeah.
I've heard it's good for a kids show. I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't give too many kids shows like a chance to
Which-
actually enjoy it.
Which is fair. That's very fair. Like,
Yeah, it's like I don't really think I need to watch this, but I heard it's good.
Like
He's basically more. He's basically a teenager now, so he's like they changed a lot of things in retrospect.
Okay.
like I won't lie to you, my cartoon watching has like plummeted. It's absolutely plummeted.
For
It's
me,
like
it's either anime or YouTube videos.
yeah, I'm typically
Not
just
much in
watching
between.
YouTube. And in all fairness, I'm watching YouTube.
Yeah.
Like last night, like I watch a lot of political stuff. That's like it's just like keeps my mind active. I enjoy Rick and Morty, but I wouldn't binge it either. Did you know that Peter, Roger, Stan, Quagmire, Tom, Tucker, and Stewie, Brian? Oh yeah, all voice played Seth MacFarlane. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
He
knew
voiced
that.
a lot of characters on his shows.
Yeah, he was a majority, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'm. I think I mentioned this beforehand. I'm indifferent to Seth MacFarlane as a creator.
Yeah, no, I think you were talking mad shit about him the other day.
I probably was, and I don't.
I can't remember your points though, but I do remember it was a good argument. I was
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
it's like
But then somebody else also said something very negative about him. They were all like,
yeah.
I don't like Seth MacFarlane as a person because of this.
Like he's just kind of
Holy shit, I guess he-
yeah, it was the weird Simpson like rape joke, and he was very anti-Simpson. And like just the anti-Simpson sentiment was just so weird to me because
Oh, okay.
like for some reason he just like loves shitting on other cartoons, and like I don't even know if it's like serious or joking or not half the time.
It's
mean,
gotta be joking, right?
I don't really know because like
He-
the Simpson joke was taken a bit too far. Because like the Simpson joke was literally raping Marge Simpson, and that was the joke.
That's what we were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and like it doesn't really hold up.
But like, is that
concept.
taking
I
it
don't
too far? It's a cartoon character.
I don't. I don't know. Like if like it wasn't really a joke to it though. Was the thing. Like it wasn't really like
it was
anything.
Straight up,
to-
just yeah.
Like it was legit. Just like
We animated
the,
this.
the joke was raping Marge, and that was it. And I was like, it's not really like that.
Not really a joke.
Not really a joke. And like in the commentary for it's like, oh man, I can't believe how like why they would say no. What? Like why would they be against this? It's like I wonder.
Was he like trying to use that as a cutaway?
Like yeah, no, it was like a joke. Like like the banners at the bottom of like shows where it'll be like such and such coming up right next after this or whatever, like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
It was that kind of joke where it's like next up Marge. It was like The Simpsons, and Marge walked out, and then Quagmire came out and like just started.
That actually happened though. They actually still did. Yeah. That was.
No,
rape.
the joke stayed in. The joke stayed in.
But
Like
it wasn't rape. Like she actually like
Eh.
well not to get like technical about it, but
I-
I remember that scene. Like she
I-
was actually like, oh okay, I like this.
I don't actually remember the joke fully, but it was still like I don't know. Maybe I just have my memory wrong. I could be wrong on that. And
No, it definitely like was in the beginning looked like rape for 100%. But then like I'm pretty like he just like walked over there. They went off screen and she was all like, "What are you doing?" And then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, that feels nice."
I don't honestly remember that at all.
It's one of the older episodes, but yeah, I could see him getting a lot of shit for that.
Yeah, he also took the piss out of Warner Brothers. Took the piss out of Hanna-Barbera a lot, but he actually worked there for a bit.
Really quickly,
pretty sure it's
Beepus
Science
just
Fiction.
said, "Who in the hell would snatch Marge's blue beehive head, yellow green, Tinkerbell dress looking lad?"
I know.
Jokes and cartoons go one of two ways: it's good, it's widely known, or it's bad and widely known for being
Like
bad.
shoving buddies. Yeah,
Shoving
Ultimate
buddies.
Space Ghost knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, boy.
All new episode of Shoving Buddies.
Like I won't lie to you, I don't watch a lot of like I don't watch a lot of TV. Like I just don't. Like I rarely turn on the TV. And if I do, I go to the YouTube app and just watch YouTube.
I mean, I haven't even had cable since what, like 2014.
I watched
2016?
cable for the first time in like I would say months, and it was Tosh.0.
Gross.
It was he can be
fair,
funny. I don't know.
Tosh.0 like kind of set the wave for like all review channels on YouTube, in my opinion, or like reaction channels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would say.
Now he did feature a YouTuber called Dead Carpet, who I think I've seen before, just from like looking up shit and just finding the guy. Because Dead Carpet's a guy who like, what the fuck is he? I didn't actually think. A guy called Dead Carpet. He reviews energy drinks, and they just had him on for like a joke. It was kind of like some of the jokes weren't that bad. I don't think Tosh is unfunny inherently.
Okay.
Just a lot of his jokes kind of miss.
I've seen some of his stand-up, actually. It's not bad.
Yeah, stand-up's not awful. I do think the Tosh point of like setup is kind of it's not really necessary anymore. Like he adds more like audience jokes, which I didn't really care for a whole lot.
Yeah, I never even watched it when it was like new or anything. I just knew of it, and I was like,
yeah.
Looking back at it, he definitely, like, I would say, paved the way for like reaction channels on YouTube and stuff of that nature.
Oh yeah, fully. So I was looking at my Twitter and I just gained like 2 followers.
Nice.
Cool.
Let's
like,
go.
Cool. I have a message on Twitter.
Subscribe to @Regi YouTube.
Yeah,
What you
boy.
doing?
You just like when they reboot old cartoons. I don't inherently have a problem with reboots. It's just a matter
If it's
of
done
like,
well.
Yeah.
Reboots are alright if they're done in the right way.
Yeah.
That doesn't harm the actual cartoon, you know?
I know they did a reboot of She-Ra. Legend. Like, I don't know what the actual name of it is. I just know She-Ra.
Okay.
I do think the internet gets like. I think they like bitching for no reason. Cause
Yeah. No, definitely.
yeah. And She-Ra's a big example because everyone was like, they ruined my childhood. They're rebooting She-Ra. Oh. And it's like you didn't watch She-Ra. No one did. Like if you care that they're rebooting She-Ra, that's on you. I think. She-Ra came out
no,
like
they're gonna ruin it. They're gonna remake it, and it's not gonna be exactly like it was before.
like
So like, bro, like you want to watch the literally like frame for frame the exact same thing but higher quality? Like
like
get the fuck over
literally
yourself.
like literally came out 30 years ago. Looked like shit.
Like get
like
over
it's
it, dude.
not like I
That's
watch
why
the old-
Powerpuff Girls reboot failed.
I never actually watched the Powerpuff Girl reboot.
They had a reboot.
It was
Yeah.
like 2016, I think. I didn't actually watch it. It wasn't my cup of tea.
Why would they
They
ruin the
basically
Powerpuff?
tried-
No, I'm just kidding.
See, I have the beauty. I just don't watch
They
shitty
had them
reboots.
twerking.
If I don't watch shitty reboots, I won't be upset at the reboots. It's beautiful.
Oh,
It works
yeah.
great. Also, my
They
chat's
also-
broken. Oof, let me break that. Not my chat, but my chat box is broken. Let me
They
fix
also,
that.
they also made them do meme faces and stuff.
Yeah,
which
that
is
was
pretty-
dumb, sure. But I have the solution, but I just didn't watch it.
Yeah, I didn't even know of it until just now.
Exactly. And now you're just not upset. You're like, ah, it existed.
They literally made one of them did a Mino Gusta meme, you know, that one with the face. And
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
apparently,
sure.
according to Ultimate Space Ghost, they had him twerking as well.
Yeah, sure, it was dumb, but yeah, I can't exactly play. I did like Gravity Falls. I think the fandom for Gravity Falls is kind of odd. I would say.
Yeah.
I would say odd.
I liked it too.
I would
though.
say
it was really
odd.
decent. But
Gravity Falls
yeah,
is good. Yeah, I would sit there and say that. Yeah. Like okay, reboots aren't inherently bad because Space Ghost is the perfect example. Even though Space Ghost hasn't seen Space Ghost Coast to Coast, what the fuck's wrong with him? He hasn't seen Space Ghost Coast to Coast. His name's based off the original Space Ghost that no one
Amazing, isn't
watched.
it? That was amazing. That was originally a Hanna-Barbera show, but then it became like a
I love that
Adult Swim classic.
I honestly wish they would do that more, where they take like old properties no one gives a shit about, reboot them, and then just make them fucking dumb and like silly, like Harvey
Hell.
Birdman, Space Ghost, Sea Lab.
Even Samurai Jack, if you remember, got the Adult Swim treat.
Oh, actually, I really enjoyed that Samurai Jack reboot.
You know, I thought was a really damn good like touch they did in that reboot.
It was not dumb. It was a fun show. You're just wrong.
What I really liked about Samurai Jack, the reboot.
Would I have to own Jackbox to play Jackbox? Or sorry, I just wanted to answer Space Ghost. So before it was like, you didn't answer me.
Fair enough.
Continue.
Is the bit where he's going after the daughters of Aki, you know, the assassins,
Mhm.
and he kills one of them,
Mhm.
and the horror on his face because it's a literal reference to when in the original Samurai Jack he would only go after robots.
Yeah.
You know, destroy robots.
Mhm.
What a little reference! It's like, oh, we can finally do blood now, and it's like the horror on his face when he realizes he's killed someone. It's like, it makes so much sense.
To explain to Chair Guy, he's wondering when I do my podcast. I do them Tuesdays. Tuesdays and Saturdays are like this morning slot where it's like 8 to 10. It's 8:45 currently to give you an idea what my time slot currently is.
CST.
Yeah, and then Thursdays I've moved it to 5 to 7. Did you guys watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Now that's a loaded question because there's so many different variants of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I watched more. I did watch a lot of them when I was younger as well, but I watched more of it. Like, I think there was like back in 2008 to 2012, there was like a series on, I think, Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon
Yeah.
that I was watching.
Mhm.
It was like obviously higher quality and it was like, it was good. I guess it wasn't bad. You know what I mean?
No one remembers Street Sharks. No one remembers it. I've never even watched it. I know of it. I know Street Sharks.
I know. I remember it. It very much triggers a memory in my brain, but I don't know which memory it is.
Street Sharks.
Yeah.
I've heard of Street Sharks. I've seen bits of Street. I think I tried watching it once, but it was like also 14, so it's like, this is there.
Yeah, I definitely watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but
I like the 80s Ninja Turtles. I enjoy.
well,
Fuck you, troll.
I didn't watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I like.
had to watch,
Oh yeah,
I
Hero.
had to watch Teenage Mutant Hero too.
Wow, still didn't get the invite.
All right.
Fuck you,
So,
troll. Anytime I invite you, you're like, fuck you. It's like, okay, what's the point then?
For context, we had a time in the UK where they didn't really allow anything martial arts related.
Okay.
So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had to be changed to Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
That's
And they
pretty fun.
even and what makes this even stupider is they had to change Mikey's nunchucks.
Yeah, they weirdly banned nunchucks in
Only.
the UK. That was fucking weird to me.
Like
Katanas were fine. The sai were fine. The fucking bow staff was fine.
What, did they have to like actually like reanimate every single episode?
They
I don't know.
just didn't show the nunchucks, and I think they eventually switched it to like a weird shield. I think.
They gave him a staff or something.
Well, no, they
Yeah,
didn't.
no, because that's literally impossible. Like the like they'd have to reanimate every single.
That was like they weirdly just like switched it with another weapon. I don't know what the weapon was. It's been a while.
It'd be hard. That's what I'm saying. It'd be hard to just swap that out though.
Uh,
Like the way a
I believe
nunchuck
they- I
moves.
believe they just gave him like
They eventually in the
Put
later
contours or
seasons
something.
just like overall just switched it over to like
Just boxing gloves. Let's fucking go.
what makes me but what I think is absolutely stupid. They kept Donatello's two samurai sticks, samurai swords.
Now, I want to point out, is Troll mentioning the reboot cartoon? The weird CGI one that I've watched a little bit of? I've heard it's great, because I've heard people, like, compliment it, and how it's, like, a weird hidden gem, but...
Oh,
I
you
think
mean like the one that's based off the movie?
Well, then there's one called Reboot, where it's like there's an actual cartoon called Reboot. And it's like this weirdly terrible CGI. Like, it's awful CGI.
Oh, yeah.
But I've heard it's good. I've heard it's generally good, just looks
The
awful.
CGI films aren't
It's
that
called Cartoon
good.
Reboots.
No, it's just called Reboot. It's just called Reboot.
There is a new.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a new Teenage Mutant
Looks
Hero-
awful.
Ninja. There is a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show.
That's
And-
scary.
Yeah.
They completely changed the design of them, and a lot of people hated it. But apparently, it's a hidden gem now.
I've heard it's generally good. I will not deny with Troll. A guy I watched called Wooly that like adamantly says Reboot's the best, and I just haven't gotten around to actually watching it fully.
To make
Oh,
it even
Chalk Zone was
sillier-
a good cartoon.
I remember my ex like really hated Chalk Zone for some reason.
Dude, that was such a cool concept. He could just
I
make things.
I
with
know,
chalk.
but they're like, oh, it's the worst. Why would you watch this? Like, I don't know.
You know,
Like
what's,
I was-
you know what's even crazier? The main villain of that particular animated show, the new
Mhm.
one,
Yeah,
is John Cena,
that's fair.
and he actually sings it.
Now, is this this is not the 2012 one? I assume. Like, I watched a little bit of the 2012 one.
Oh, the 2012 one was actually pretty good. Very
We still talking about
different.
TMNT?
Well, I know there's like the 2012 TMNT, where it's like the 3D animation. It was like a little more cartoonish. I enjoyed it. Yeah, that was
Draw
fun.
her a PP in Microsoft Paint.
I like the different reboot they did for Clarence.
I'm one of the 5 people who like Clarence. I think Clarence was fine. I forget if the creator did something shitty or not. I don't actually remember. I know there's like a handful of cartoons the creator did something shitty, so they had to cancel
I
the
mean,
show.
you gotta like when you're just stuck in your house 48 hours animating cartoons, like your mind probably wanders. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's fair.
I searched it up, and Mikey's nunchucks are replaced with grappling hooks.
Yeah, I knew they replaced it with something weird. I thought it was a shield. For some...
That's-
oh yeah, just to mention Space Ghost did mention gargoyles. I did grow up with gargoyles.
I remember it, but I don't think I ever like genuinely watched it, but I do remember it existing.
That is fair. I used to love Rocko's Modern Life. I really enjoyed the Netflix reboot. I really enjoyed
Same
that.
with that as well. Just
Like I sat and watched Static Cling, and it was really good. Like I genuinely enjoyed it. I don't have Netflix currently, so I can't watch it. I mean, I could always just watch cartoons on a website, but
Rocko's Modern Life is a car. I've wanted to watch. Looks pretty good.
yeah, it's one of those old school '90s animes. Cartoons.
I would highly recommend, highly recommend the Invader Zim movie that came out like last year. Yeah, that came out like last year, 2018. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, it's called Into the Florpus. It's
Oh wow.
really good. Like, if you're gonna like watch a it's by the same crew and everything. Like, there's no changes. It's animated the same. It's just a movie and looks like HD.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I never even knew that was
highly recommend if you have Netflix or if you just like
It's
torrent
supposed to be
cartoons.
really good, and there's a lot of really funny moments in it as well.
I enjoy
It's got
tormenting my
loads of-
mother with an action figure of Brooklyn as a moving mouth. I know Super Duper Sumos. I watched that on CW. That was.
I don't think I've ever seen that. That sounds weird.
I remember when I was 4, I'd watch a lot of like the CW. That was like my go-to. I had like Jackie Chan Adventures, Johnny Test, which
Oh, I remember that.
early Johnny Test wasn't that bad. Later Johnny Test, I just hated. Like
That was
early,
one where like he was like an idiot and his sisters were really smart.
it was like reverse
Okay.
Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah. I was about to say that, but
And then they used the whip sound effect like 20 million times. Like legit, there are video compilations of the whip sound effect, and it's just like constant.
So basically, like Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares would have used the same weird noise like every time you'd like shout.
Can't forget the talking dog.
Oh yeah, there was a talking dog, wasn't there?
I also really enjoy Venture Quest or Venture Brothers. That's Venture Brothers.
That's an Adult Swim one, isn't it?
Yeah, he wants to talk about Johnny Quest, but we're gonna mention the better one. Venture Brothers, which is still going. I think that's still like ongoing.
I think it is too. I think they just got like announced a new season.
Yeah, I would recommend it. Like it's been going for a while. Fun fact actually, Brock Sampson was originally like based off a wrestler. Like he still looks like the wrestler if you look at the pictures. But so that's like in the first season he's like a psychopath, but they had to like kind of change his character after the first season just to not get in legal trouble with like the pro wrestler. Which is
Makes
weird
sense.
because like I've seen like pro wrestlers get parried all the time on a lot of cartoons. So it's kind of weird. Oh, Adventure Time was an amazing show. Well, did they cancel it? I thought it just ended. Like, I thought they just ended the show. It went on for like 10 years. I'm looking at Venture Brothers so I can actually like figure out if it's still ongoing or not. You'll notice if I mention cartoons, either like I watched a lot of these when I was 14, or I watched adult cartoons now. That's my cartoon timeline currently. Is either I watched it when I was 14 when I had my massive cartoon phase, or I was like, teenage years. Teenage years, I was obsessed with cartoons. I wanted to be an animator for a long time. I don't have the skills for it, so I just didn't do it. Like, I just couldn't really develop those skills well enough to, like, be an animator.
Oh, you wanted to like do that when you got older?
Yeah, well, I wanted to be an animator for a long time.
I mean, you still can. Like, it's.
I
still
can.
like
It's
it.
not impossible. I can animate to some degree. It's just like, with cerebral palsy, it's kind of hard to like. I've trained my brain and like probably to its max to an extent. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
I suppose.
Yeah. Hi Genesis, how you doing, bud? Looney Tunes? Yeah, I like Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes is like a classic.
Oh yeah,
Looney
dude.
Tunes is really good.
Hey, Adventure Brothers still going on. Yeah, boy. He'll
Um,
be on TV tomorrow at 3:30 a.m. Hell yeah!
Actually, something Looney Tunes right that I really liked, which I'm actually really gutted that they cancelled, was the Looney Tunes show. I liked that.
Let's talk about the important one, Space Jam.
Oh yeah, Space
Come
Jam.
on and jam.
He said, "Come on and jam."
Fun fact, actually, a teacher of mine was actually once babysat by Larry Bird, the basketball player.
Really?
Like
That's pretty cool.
one of the 3 basketball players I know.
That's actually really cool, though.
I only know like 5 basketball players total, and
mean,
like I know Michael Jordan, I know Larry Bird, I know Kobe Bryant, rest in peace.
R.I.P.
Shaquille O'Neal, and Dennis Rodman, like ones I can name. Like there's others I know, but I can't name them off the top of my head or like remember their names. Like I can picture faces.
Oh God, Rodman.
I love Rodman. It's awful and great.
He's a very different person, really.
When
He
you were
just likes colors.
you'd look at cartoons on TV and then draw them yourself. Ended up getting really good drawing. That's very fair. I would.
Oh, nice.
Oh, LeBron. Did I not say LeBron James? That's fair.
I heard Kobe and Michael Jordan. I don't remember the rest.
I
Jabbar? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
I know the name Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but I can't remember. Oh, is that an actual basketball player? I don't actually.
Yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Why would I
That's
make
fair.
up a name like that?
Yeah.
I knew the name existed. I just don't know what they were. I just I didn't. I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't watch a lot of basketball growing up. I kind of just played a basketball video game for the PS2.
We can't forget Garfield.
Yeah, Garfield's good.
Garfield's actually what got me into flavor blasted goldfish.
Wait, what? Oh, the movie. Okay.
Yeah, because like in the movie he was like advertising flavor blasted
Blasted.
goldfish.
Yeah, I love glass. Glass
Sitting on a couch,
goldfish.
just fucking
Yum.
munching on them. Oh man, ever since then I loved those fucking goldfishies.
I honestly, I want to buy a big, like the fucking big gallon carton of the goldfish. I want that. I just want to buy one of those one of
See,
these
honestly,
days.
like the bigger ones aren't necessarily, in my opinion, like I don't know, they're not as flavor blasted.
That's fair. That's fair. Like they spread out the flavor blasting.
Yeah,
Couldn't
basically.
blast them well enough.
Yeah, you get it.
You're so old, you know. I'm 23. I turned 23 like a week ago, over a week ago, I think now. A little bit over a week. I would eat a whole gallon for the review. Uncle Grandpa, I didn't actually ever watch an episode of Uncle Grandpa. It was like a weird.
Uncle Grandpa is.
I heard people shit talk it, and I was like a teenager, where if people told me something was bad, I believed it was bad. Now I'm an adult, and I'm like 20% that now.
It's definitely different.
Like I used to be really bad about like believing critics instead of shaping my own opinion. I was really bad about that. It was
Believing critics.
yeah, like where like I would just like look at like reviews, be like, all right, it's just shit, and I would just go in thinking it's shit. Now I'm just like, like just I try to form my own opinion now, like try to be my own person. Now the Beetlejuice cartoon, not that bad. I relatively enjoyed it. Lydia Dietz, great goth girl. Would entirely say that.
Great goth girl.
Great goth girl. Top 5 goth girls. Number 5, all of them. Number 4,
Sam
the
Manson.
rest.
Danny Phantom.
Exactly, all of them are great.
Oh, top 5 goth girls. All of them.
Number 1, all the goth girls are all equal. Fuck you. Don't tell me I'm wrong. I'm right. We Rivera's was good. Total Drama Island. I watched the first season. Fun fact: Total Drama Island was the reason I kind of like the inkling of where I knew I was kind of gay or not gay, bi to explain.
What character did it for you?
I remember because I just like called the guy the hot guy. It's like, oh yeah, it's the hot guy. Yeah, that one. There's also like Ted. That oh yeah, there's a Ghostbusters cartoon called The Real Ghostbusters, and I know the reason why it's called The Real Ghostbusters actually. The reason why it's called The Real Ghostbusters like that's why the cartoon's called that, is because the Ghostbusters name was originally like an old like comedy show from like the 70s or something like that, the 60s or 70s.
Okay.
Like 20 years beforehand. It was like a detective and like a literal gorilla. And so like when Ghostbusters got big, they're like, oh cool, we still own the copyright Ghostbusters, so we'll just make the Ghostbusters cartoon. and then Ghostbusters like making their cartoons. It's like, all right, we're the real Ghostbusters now.
Oh yeah, the real Ghostbusters.
Captain Planet was fucking weird, especially because of Ted Turner. Ted Turner believed some wild things.
Wait, that was done by Ted Turner.
Yeah, Ted Turner. I think he was the reason behind Captain Planet.
Oh, okay.
I did not realize that
I
Ted Turner.
Don't know Fantastic Max. That's like the one where I'm like, I don't know, and I know
not
some
surprised-
shit. Where's my
I'm not
coffee?
surprised there wasn't some weird WCW. Like
Jokes
time.
you. We just have weed and Sprite in my house right
And
now.
Mountain Dew Frostbite # sponsored.
Mm-hmm. I don't actually have any coffee. I have some. I don't even know if it's still good or not because like my fridge just broke. Well, Ted Turner funded WCW for a long time.
Yeah.
There was a WWE cartoon in the 80s, the Rock and Wrestling show, yeah.
The Rock and Wrestling Connection. I can't remember.
It was the Rock Wrestling show, I think. Fairly Odd Parents. I enjoyed Fairly Odd Parents. Speaking of goth girls, I've been watching Danny Phantom again.
Yeah, dude, Danny Phantom was such a
I
good.
feel
such a
you.
good
I
show.
feel you.
Such a good show.
Well,
Uh,
I've never watched anything.
Oh
well,
man, you're missing out.
I also
He's a phantom.
I also blame Total Drama Island for my goth interest.
Is there a
There-
goth girl on there?
There's very specifically a goth girl in the show.
Oh, okay. I don't really remember that show.
That's very fair. It came out like a decade ago, so I can't fully blame you.
No, I remember always walking past like my sister watching it,
Yeah.
and I'd see it, and I was like, "This is just a cartoon version of Survivor. This is weird," but she liked it, and I was like,
Yeah.
"I don't know."
This is a point where I just watched nothing but Cartoon Network. If it wasn't Cartoon
Yeah.
Network, I didn't watch it.
Was Survivor that like kind of like weird like reality show where they get like people stranded on a desert island or something?
Yeah, and they try and survive, and I don't think it's real, but they say it is, and I don't really care because I don't watch it. But
Time to watch Danny Phantom.
down, but down, but down, but down, but down, but down, but down. He's a phantom.
Yeah, they're probably just faked. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie, like-
I could see it being real. I could see it being fake. It could go both ways, really. But
Oh,
I don't really have an actual opinion about it, to be honest.
Venture Brothers also is like a pretty good goth girl. Like
We
she's
have
a
this
decent
show
one.
over here, like,
Welcome to the Goth Girl episode of
Bro,
the
any goth girl on
podcast.
almost any show
we
is
had
just
one
good.
over here,
All
like,
goth girls are great.
Except for the one goth girl in American Dad.
I'd hate her. I like her.
I don't hate her. I just don't fuck with her.
I would, but I'm me.
I bet you would.
I would. I'm a degenerate. I won't sit and deny it. I'm not a pansy. I'm the real counterculture, baby.
You say so.
Goth forever. I just like
What
the
happened to Robot Jones? I don't know, man. Let me Google it.
actually show.
No, I know it is. I just
Yeah.
don't remember what happened to it. I'm
Oh.
sure it got canceled. Like all
It
the other ones.
got canceled.
Yeah.
That robot cartoon on Nickelodeon, Sam and Max cartoon spinoff was Oh yeah, I forgot there was a Sam and Max cartoon spinoff. I weirdly
There was,
found
yeah.
that on the Fox network at like a random time when I was like 6 or 7.
Yeah, it was called Ruby and Max was the spinoff, right?
Fuck you. I'm looking up Sam and Max cartoon. 1 second.
that was.
I'm
that
trying to
was
figure out.
something I would've-
Oh,
that
come
was
on,
something I probably would've
97.
watched.
Must
If
have
I
been
would've known-
syndication. Oh no,
If
it
I
was on
aware of what
Fox.
Sam and Max was, I would have definitely watched it.
Cinedime.
Crunchy.
Your fave god is Poseidon? That's, I guess,
Mhm.
okay. I mean, whatever, dude.
I read the Percy Jackson series when I was younger.
Oh.
I did.
I fuck with Aphrodite, but that's just me.
Zeus fucks everyone, so I mean, like,
I
literally.
was like the only sane person in the podcast.
I want to point out, Zeus is well known to fuck everything and anything.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Like he's well known to doing that. He's like fucked his own daughters. He's like
Look, Zeus was a
legit. Like I'm not even joking.
He wasn't so much as a player as he was just horny.
Yeah,
Like he
he-
just wanted
He
to,
was.
just wanted to,
He
yeah,
just wanted to, like he wasn't even a player. He pretended to be like their husbands or like.
What?
Yeah, no, it was
He
a
was
real
straight up
yeah.
like, yo, Give me that box.
I'm back from the war, honey. Let's make a baby.
Damn right, Reggie wants to put out.
Yeah,
Any
boy.
goth chick he ever meets.
Boy. Did he turn a bull into the? Oh yeah, yeah. Wasn't it like I thought it was like swan, but it might have been bull. You're right. You're right.
Whoa.
Fun fact, Liam, we're talking about goth girls, the best kind of girls.
Yo, My Life as a Teenage Robot was the shit.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
Say
Yeah,
what you want. That was
Yeah.
a good show too.
yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't hate it. It was adequate. Now to talk about the greatest cartoon, Mr. Meaty.
No.
I love that weird
Oh god, it was so fucking weird.
that weird
so
puppet.
weird.
Oh, I love the weird puppets. They're great. People hate it, and I fully get why. I fully understand it, but
Yeah.
I like it. Like Mr. Meaty, it lasted way longer than it should have.
100%. It was
It
because
was-
of people like you. That were
It
pushing
was like me, yes. I would sit and marathon that shit all the time. Like when I was a kid, I fucking watched anything that was on Nickelodeon. And I liked Mr. Meaty, so
Which
I
is
sat and
weird
watched.
that it was on Nickelodeon of all fucking.
Oh yeah, it was
channels.
very specifically on Mr.
so
Nickelodeon.
weird.
Yeah,
So weird.
I really, honestly, genuinely enjoyed it, and it lasted way too long. Apparently there's a list of episodes, 32 segments. Like I'm guessing 32 episodes. I would say fully. I don't know. Like apparently, okay, like it had shorts from 2002 to 2005, and then full length episodes 2005 to 2009. Fully would not recommend, but I still want to sit and watch these someday. Like just, oh boy. Live on my Discord, we'll sit and watch Mr. Meaty. It's okay.
Yeah, I will not be a part of that.
I think you will. It's part of the podcast requirements now. I'm sorry.
There's no requirements. This is all-
I'm not
all-
making requirements. You have to come
Well,
watch
have
me.
fun with those requirements that I won't be participating in.
Oh no, yeah, I must have prior arrangements that day. I mean,
Ooh, hate to hear. Oh, Meerkat Manor. Yeah, I watched that one too. I
watched that too.
Yeah. Me and my grandma and me watched the weirdest shit. It was the Meerkat Manor and the Andy Milonakis show.
I genuinely don't know why I liked Meerkat Manor, but I was like, bro, those things look fucking hilarious. Like I just love
I don't.
those meerkats.
The
and their
goth
manor.
girl from Pearl Jam. Yes, you're right. You're fully right. It's the only Pearl Jam's like music video I actually know because of that goth girl. That's the only reason
and
why.
Charizard, why? No disrespect to your favorite superhero. I get it. You like Flash. He's fast. You know what I mean? I don't fuck with people that can manipulate time. So
It's not time. It's speed. You fucking.
yeah, he's a time traveler, Reggie. That's like half his arc.
Is it? I don't actually know.
Yeah, it's literally like half of the stories he's a part of. It's him time traveling, fucking it up, and then trying to fix it again. I don't fuck with it.
yeah, it kind of just goes.
I never actually watched Viva La Bam, and now that I've gotten into Jackass as like a whole, I would fully recommend Steve-O's YouTube channel. Like if you don't
Wait,
watch,
is he still alive?
yeah,
Really? I thought he
think of
died.
it, no, a guy called Ryan. I think it was Ryan Dunn died. Like he's the only Jackass person who's died so far.
Okay, so
Oh
far.
yeah,
so-
wasn't
so
there
far.
a story about like Hulk Hogan accidentally thinking it was him?
He thought, yeah, well, no, that was Bam. That was Bam Majara. He thought was
Oh,
that Bam Majara was dead. He was like, "Oh man, I miss you, Bam Majara." He's like, and then
It's like,
Bam
what?
Bam replies like, "I'm still here, bro, but appreciate it." I love it.
That's hilarious.
I genuinely enjoy Steve-O, and I would fully recommend him. That dude had a fucking arc in his real life. Like, he went from like the biggest fucking crackhead, like drunk, like he did all the drugs, and
Did
now
he do crack?
yeah, he legit.
Wow.
He said like, oh yeah, I know it was cocaine, but you know,
Wow.
It's like a smaller form of crack.
he like has a specific story how Lindsay Lohan stole his cocaine. Like that's
Like,
like on his
Crack's
stand.
retarded cousin.
And like he genuinely got sober, became a vegan, and like is just living a cool life, and he's just like doing stunts still, and he's like stand up. He does the stunts. He started a podcast, but like
Ooh,
the podcast
get
had
him on here, man.
I wish he had to stop his podcast because he was like the coronavirus, and his podcast was like on the road, so it kind of like
Ah,
eliminated the chances of doing it. So like he even said specifically in like the second episode, like, oh yeah, we recorded this like right before the corona thing happened, and he might have corona. I don't know. But still great guy.
So Charizard Y is in the chat, and he wants to know, what is everybody's in the podcast favorite superhero?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I had to think about it for a while, if I'm being honest.
I have to actually look up who this is because I can't remember.
Like, oh man, that's really hard because
I don't know.
I don't know.
I tried looking up Justice League and I looked up Justin League.
The Justin League.
The Justin League.
I mean, there are some really good superheroes, both from Marvel and DC. I mean, you've got like, because
I could
all your
genuinely,
underrated ones, you know,
I could
you've got, like,
genuinely mention.
Nightcrawler
So like in terms of like favorite superhero, I would kind of go with like what superhero I would want to have their, like, if my favorite would be like the one I would want their power. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, but there's also just like, what's your favorite? You know, your superhero that has like a good story, good backstory, nice like in between, just like lore to him.
I
But
will lie, I kind of just
I really
forget
don't
what his
know.
name is. I'm trying to like figure
Describe
out.
him.
He's like the weird gray skin guy
in DC,
in Justice League. Yeah,
in Justice League,
he had like the blue cape.
Grayskin. Oh, it's a Martian Man.
Might
He's green
be...
though, I thought. So he might not be gray.
Is it Martian? It might be green. Oh. Yeah, okay, it was him. I think. Let me look up images on Google. just to
Like, I don't really
verify.
like DC all that much, but
I
I
don't-
like Beast Boy's power enough to like want that. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Shapeshifter
Danny.
and all that
Oh, yes,
stuff.
Captain Grayskin. But like, I just remember
That's
him.
an actual person.
It might be.
What's his power set? Jesus.
No, yeah, I think it was Martian Manhunter. Cause like,
yeah,
when
that's
I
Martian Manhunter.
when I was a kid, oh, he was green. Okay, my brain thought he was gray.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter's green. He's cool.
I'm
He's just got
also-
a really big weakness to fire, which kind of sucks.
I'm
'cause
also
fire's pretty prevalent.
colorblind.
I really fuck with Static Shock, but I don't think he's my favorite. He's
You
definitely
know
up
what?
there,
You know what? I'm changing my name. I'm changing my answer. Static Shock.
Static
Static
yeah,
Shock.
dude. Bro, Static Shock is actually dope, but he's not my favorite. Nah.
How dare you? How fucking dare you? Static Shock is a fucking icon and you know it.
I agree. He's just not my favorite. We can
He
have
is your
differences,
favorite
Reggie.
now,
We can
bitch.
have differences, Reggie.
No,
It's
we
okay.
can't.
The
No.
world's not
I'm
gonna
not
end.
gonna s-
It is the Regi Circle Jerk podcast for a reason.
I
Yeah.
don't really know a lot about him, but I do know that he's supposed to be like really good.
He's really dope.
I actually forgot about Static Shock until you mentioned it.
Really.
That
was one of my favorites when I was younger.
was really into watching it when it came out. Like,
Yeah. Same here. It's so cool.
I remember very specifically. I wanted to hurry home just to watch Static Shock, and honestly, fucking shit holds up pretty well. Fucking even the weird school shooter episode was pretty high. I like you guys go silent about the school
No, you-
shooter episode.
Well, you know. No, I was actually just thinking about what my favorite hero is. I don't even.
That's fair,
I didn't
that's
even hear
fair.
what you said, to be honest.
There's
I know, like the beginning of it is all like, I think like the police were trying to kill all the drug dealers, or somebody was trying to kill all the drug dealers, or someone was trying to kill all the police. One of the two, and like they released like a gas that
Mhm.
poisoned like 50 people, and then Static Shock was there, but he didn't get poisoned. Instead, he got the power to control static electricity.
That's super
Pretty sure
weird.
that's his. Pretty sure that's his origin story. I might be wrong.
I remember there was a very specifically a racist episode. Where, like the
Well, yeah,
dad,
it's all,
the
that
dad,
was that was like
well, yeah,
heavily
well, yeah,
in the 90s.
yeah,
I always featured
yeah.
a racist episode.
there was an episode like a racist episode. Not like not them being racist. The episode wasn't racist itself, but like the character was racist and the topic was racism.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's probably like one of the cops.
No. It was the dad of I think Richie. Is it Richie? Is the blonde kid Richie?
Think so? I don't know. It's been
Maybe.
so long, bro. It's not like 20 years.
I know. Well, I haven't seen it since like 2010. Probably was the last time I watched it.
So about 10 years.
Yeah, it's been about like a decade for me.
Dragon Tales.
Static Shock. Richie. Yeah, it was Richie, I think. Yeah, Richie. Yeah. Yeah, Richie's dad was super racist.
Yeah, I can see that.
There's like an actual video where like they mention it. Like, Dad, you and your racism.
Another character, but from Marvel. I fuck with heavy, because I kind of would want his power if I could like choose one. Is Cloak from Cloak and Dagger. He's fucking dope as shit.
My favorite superhero, Fred Flintstone.
Yeah.
I want to point out I watched for a long time I had the weird cartoon obsession, so I've seen some weird ones.
Yeah.
I saw the first adult like animated sitcom before Family Guy. It came out like not counting Flintstones and shit. Like there was one in the 70s called it was actually like called Wait Till Your Father Gets Home. It was really of its time. Really 70s. Like really 70s. It doesn't hold up at all. I mean it kinda holds up in the sense of like all the political talk sounds about accurate to nowadays, but outside of that, very of its time.
I agree.
I agree. You enjoying that sandwich?
I didn't hear what you said. I was reading something. My bad.
Banned.
I'm
That's
gonna be
it. You're
drafting
not
in
gonna
a
be in
new
my
draft
Richie
league,
Static Shock fan fiction.
like earlier today, so that's why I just wasn't paying attention.
I was gonna make a role play with me and you. I was gonna be Richie. You'd be Static Shock.
But aren't they friends?
Yeah, they are friends. Just role play them. I don't know. I'm not stopping you. I actually now want to sit and watch the racism part. I want to point out. I looked up Static Shock Richie, and like one of the results are like literally the school shooter episode. Like the
It's
kid.
a popular episode.
It probably is. It probably
I'm
is.
assuming.
It probably is. I
Really?
wouldn't doubt it. But not the racism part, sadly. I know. Actually, yeah, it is. It kind of is. The second line has like a screenshot from that episode.
Yeah.
Nightwing or Captain America. That's fair. Of superheroes.
They're kind of just boring in my opinion. Faye villain. Ooh.
Oh! I forgot Spawn. I like Spawn.
Oh, Spawn. Is he a hero though?
He's
Anti-hero.
like an
More of an
anti-hero.
anti-hero.
Yeah.
He
He's
has
like
his own like
he's
prerogative.
he's an indifferent hero.
Well, I'm gonna head out. See ya. Thanks for stopping by, Chair of the God.
I appreciate it, Chair of the God. Dr.
I'd say my
Dinosaur.
favorite villain is Doctor Doom.
That's it.
I like Doctor Doom because of MF Doom. That's like entirely my reason.
That's funny. I mean, this is a valid reason.
It is a genuinely valid reason. Like,
I mean,
oh god damn it, there actually is a Dr. Dinosaur. What the fuck?
Wait, what?
Doom is pretty-
There's a Dr. Dinosaur. I forgot Twitchy like has sent me that shit before. Velociraptor sent me that shit before.
Well, that makes sense.
Like it's a screenshot of like a really derpy kind of dinosaur. There's one where he's holding a machine gun.
I googled Dr. Dinosaur, and it says Dr. Dinosaur is a publicly funded healthcare program in the U.S. state of Vermont.
Beautiful.
Now, images for Dr. Dinosaur show the cartoon.
Images of the atomic robo one, yeah. I would die. I would die for Dr. Dinosaur.
That's hilarious.
Spawn's pretty good. Like I'm just thinking of like heroes and villains. I like Spawn, but Spawn's been treated so weirdly, like with media. Like the
Well,
movie,
yeah, Spawn.
the
They're
movie.
making a reboot of it. I
Yeah,
think.
I heard that. I heard the cartoon was like decent, but like it was animated really mediocrely in a sense. I've heard like there's like a lot of animation errors in it. I've just seen the animation errors. But I've heard good things about the Spawn cartoon. It was like also on HBO, so no one watched it. So I don't blame them because like I don't own HBO. No one I know owns HBO. Space Ghost, do you own HBO?
Apparently, Keith David voiced him.
That makes sense. Yeah, I can see Keith David doing it.
He did a lot of voices actually.
Fucking loved Keith David in Saints Row. Like they legit just brought in Keith Davis just to play Keith Davis. Also brought in Roddy Piper for some reason.
It's to do with a film that he starred in with him called They Live.
Yeah. Papyrus good villain,
Oh.
kind of. He's not even a villain. Like, at no point is Papyrus a villain. Spawn is
Papyrus
also on
isn't
Prime.
really
Oh,
a
is it on
villain.
Prime? Okay. The ending was terrible. That's fair.
Iris actually doesn't want to.
I don't actually hate Deathstroke.
Pyrus actively doesn't try and kill you.
Oh, fun fact: the Slade character from Teen Titans is Deathstroke.
Yeah.
I think Q's dead.
I'm right here. My bad.
I think he's dead,
I don't really. I don't know. I don't really like DC. I do know of their characters.
Yeah,
but
fine, yeah.
Deathstroke is cool in theory. I do like. I was watching one of the cartoon movies where he's like the main villain.
Mhm.
He like back when what's the thing? The girl that can like earthbend.
Yeah.
Tara.
Yeah, Tara, yeah.
They were like a thing, like they were like a duo, and like she was like mad flirting with him, and he's all like, "Back up, bitch! Like you're 10.
Back up, bitch, I'm Deathstroke. What the fuck?
And they called him Slade in that one too. So yeah, I like him as a character in that movie. I never really have. I watched the first Suicide Squad. Didn't like Deathstroke in that one.
Okay.
I think Will Smith played him. I just didn't think it was.
I'll mention Marvel in a second, but I want to complain about one character.
In Marvel or DC?
And Marvel, I guess. I think he's Marvel. Yeah, he's Marvel. I can't stand the Punisher. I like the Punisher. I like the Punisher concept, but people have like so like morphed him into like being so uninteresting sometimes. Like I sat and tried watching the live action show, couldn't get into it. Like I just couldn't.
Bro, really, dude? The on Netflix you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Dude, the show on Netflix is so good.
I saw the first episode, I just couldn't get into it.
Well, yeah, that's why you gotta give it a chance.
I gave it the first episode a chance.
You can't. No, the first episode of almost anything isn't gonna like it's supposed to draw you in.
But
that one's not going to.
That's supposed to be the
drama
episode.
thing. You know what I mean?
It's supposed to be the episode that like draws you in. Like, okay, you should come watch us.
To be fair, the first episode is just his origin story, like starting, and then like.
That's fair.
Oh, really?
I like the video game for Punisher. Fantastic. I think like I've never read the comics, but I've heard good things.
It's supposed to be really good.
And the Punisher has been so taken by like weird, edgy rednecks. Like it's
that's because they definitely identify with it.
Yeah,
like, man, if I serve my country and they kill my wife,
I am the Punisher. Don't you
like. It is like Punisher's concept is pretty cool.
Like,
although like people do overhype him in my opinion in terms of like his survivability, just because he like he's just a guy that's pissed. Like he doesn't have any powers. In the comics, he gets some pretty cool powers. But in the regular like adaptations of shows in the earlier comic book series of his, he's just a guy.
I'm indifferent. I don't hate Deadpool, but I don't like it. Like I own Deadpool T-shirts. I own 2 Deadpool T-shirts, so I don't hate him enough to like not wear his merch.
For some crazy reason in the comics, they actually had a run where he was what's his name?
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah. What was it called?
They made him Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Real quick before I get to least favorite superhero, I will actually actively wear shirts of things I don't actually care for. Like I will actively do it. Like they
called him something instead of Ghost Rider though. They called him Cosmic Ghost Rider. Yeah, it was Cosmic Ghost Rider.
I'm currently wearing a 5 Finger Death Punch T-shirt. I like a handful of their songs. I hate the majority of them. Because 5 Finger Death Punch is so like fucking army dude bro like metal. Like a handful of them are actually not that bad, but the majority are just like so fucking boring. Old Granny's posting the Punisher logo with the caption, "Don't frick with me or my grandson. Sorry for the language, little Jimmy. You'll see the not so nice side. Kiddos ruin." Yeah. Or like the weird like fucking to Chim Space Coast a little bit. The conservative like dudes in their cars, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know, like the dudes like if you go to Facebook and always like look at news articles, you'll always look at the comment section. It's always bald dudes in their cars wearing sunglasses and a hat of some sort. And they're always wearing a fucking Punisher t-shirt, or like they have something Punisher related. It's always Punisher with them. That's ruined Punisher for me. I've always like picture Punisher with like edgy fucking dads. I don't know why. Like just edgy redneck
like,
dads.
If you hurt my daughter's feelings.
I'm a badass, I promise.
It's like no, they couldn't do half the shit Frank Castle does. You kidding me, bro?
To explain what I'm wearing a 5 Finger Death Punch t-shirt and Nike shorts.
Oh, when Regi describes what he's wearing, oh my god.
I'm wearing all black, weirdly enough. I'm
actually wearing a Guardians of the Galaxy hoodie.
Hey.
And no pants.
I'm just wearing your average t-shirt.
Are you wearing pants, Drake?
Oh, yeah.
Take them off. Take off the pants. This is a no pants podcast.
No pants podcast.
I'm not wearing podcasts. I am going commando. I am actually going commando. I'm still wearing shorts.
Yeah, I'm wearing shorts as well.
I don't think it matters if you're wearing shorts at that point, you know? Like,
But to get back to Charizard's question, least favorite hero for me in the DC universe, easily the Flash. Fucking hate him. Next question.
how do we get here? I blame Space Ghost. I don't actually. What the fuck would be my least favorite? Like, I don't actually like.
I have to think about my least favorite.
I have
Marvel
to
hero, though.
actively think who I dislike. Like obviously Punisher's not my least favorite. I just think he's like utilized weirdly by like commandeered by people.
Also in the DC universe, I hate the overhype of Batman, bro. So like, if he has prep time, he can do anything in the world. Like, no, there's no.
I want to point out I actually actively own a Batman vs Superman T-shirt from the 2016 movie, and wear it actively.
I get that it's a comic book universe, so like literally anything is possible.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, man, Batman should not win half the fights he goes into. But he does because of prep time, and that's just a writer's excuse to let him win. That's all that is.
I will say I love Stan Lee. I'm sad that he passed away.
RIP's in the chat.
He was a fucking gem of a human. Yeah, it was like a year or two ago.
There's a lot of like negativity when it comes around Stan Lee because he like quote unquote stole ideas or whatever you want to say. But
he was like,
either way, he's like for his last couple years, for the last like
he was a fucking like the shit.
15 years of his life, he like put it all into comic book stuff.
He came across like such a nice human being. Honestly, I don't even know if it's true. But
thank you, Toasty Dragon. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like some of the stuff he did was like some of the stuff he said really inspiring. Like,
oh yeah, he genuinely is just like
he always had an inspiration. Like every single conversation like anyone's probably ever had with him, there's an inspirational quote in there.
I really like when he talked about Spider-Man.
Your closet's empty because I haven't made merch yet.
And he said
1K.
Like Spider-Man having a mask. Like the person was talking about Spider-Man having a mask. He said that's the thing. You could be anything. He could be black. He could be Asian. He could be.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Stan Lee straight up said like if they offered him to do what ifs and he kind of just made them all like different races, different genders, like some cool shit. Like he had like really nice ideas.
Okay.
Dude was fucking surprisingly progressive for how old he was. I give him credit for that.
60s and 70s,
I mean, he made the X-Men in the 80s.
He did. He did.
Which was supposed to be like a analogy of racism in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it was he's way before his time.
Apparently, in the 60s and 70s, he had a column in somewhere, and he actually actively spoke against racism quite frequently, innit?
Yeah, dude, someone's got to do it.
Stuff like wow.
I'm trying to think if I actively hate any superhero, and I can't like.
Charizard, why? Yes, I hate any form of time travel.
Like if you gave me some names, I could actually give you active opinions.
So Squirrel Girl in Marvel, she's cool. I don't hate
her. As a meme, I enjoy it. As a meme, I enjoy it.
She can 1v1 Thanos, and that's canon. So I mean,
as a meme, I enjoy Squirrel Girl.
She has 1v1 Thanos.
As a meme, I enjoy that. Like just Squirrel Girl, yes. I like the dumb heroes, like any like the dumb superhero, like the joke
like very specific power, but it's like, you know what, you're all right in my book.
Yeah. Like they're like really dumb. It's like you're cool. You know what? That's fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a Marvel hero I don't really like that much. I'm having a hard time.
I'm actually gonna look up worst superheroes and try to get like ideas because like I don't hate anyone. I don't hate like all.
Yeah, I don't really think I have a hated superhero in Marvel.
I have a weird.
Don't really like a lot of DC heroes.
I want to get into comic books, like getting into reading and owning comic books, like genuinely, because I always find them really interesting, and I think the stories could be like really fun.
Yes.
I agree. You're like, yeah, totally.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think, so I'm giving back, small.
You're like, absolutely
small responses. I'm just trying to think.
The worst superhero I actually can't think of like horrible. Like okay, I'm looking up top 10 worst superhero in comic books. One's called Leather Boy, and I'm like, you know what?
They're going based off power, sex, and strength and stuff. They're not going based off your opinion.
No, they're going very off of like, oh, he's an LGBT BDSM guy. It's like, that's fine.
Oh my god, dude!
I'm
speaking
cool
of which, Marvel released like a bunch of new superheroes within the past couple months.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking? Safe Space and
it was like Snowflake and Safe Space.
Yeah.
I hate that. No.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's like
why?
Yeah, what is shit now? Heroes now? Fuck it.
Like they're like, oh cool, our first non-binary, but we gave them like Snowflake, Safe Space. Like no, like if you want to be cool and progressive, don't call them fucking Safe Space and Snowflake. Like I'm cool with like non-binary superheroes, but fucking you could not call them that.
I like Doctor Strange, Charizard Y,
Yeah.
but like he has the time stone. You know what I'm saying? But like I don't
You're
think he
like
actually time travels.
you're like fuck time travel. That's bullshit.
Yeah, but like no, like physically time traveling to like change the past to affect the future is just what I don't agree with. Like I don't agree with that form of time travel in my opinion. That's not
That's
like
fair.
if time travel were real, I just don't think that's how it would work.
Mhm.
I think what's happened happened. Like you can't alter the past.
Like you
and
can only
change
go
the
you
future
can only
at the
really
same
go
time.
forward in a sense.
Yeah, but
I would go the
like,
rules of like your own time or the future. That's the only time you
but
can
like
really
Doctor
go to.
Strange is for Doctor Strange for instance, he like peers into different times just to see separate timelines. I don't think he himself actually time travels.
Like
But I could be wrong.
anytime I hear like, oh, the superhero can time travel, I'm like, why didn't they stop 9/11?
Well, because they did that in Family Guy, and apparently it led to a civil war.
But why didn't the Flash or Superman stop 9/11?
Can't save them all.
I mean,
They could. They easily could.
Look at Endgame. That is the time basis of Endgame.
Uh.
It's time
Oh, I do give credit to Marvel a little bit. I don't actually know like what Space Ghost powers are. To be honest with you, Space Ghost. I don't actually know anything about Space Ghost outside Space Ghost Coast to Coast. It's literally all I know about Space Ghost.
Isn't one of his powers literally just to break the fourth wall?
I don't know. So let me look up Space Ghost so I can find out what Space Ghost does. And not the rapper Space Ghost Perp.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I fuck with him.
Yeah, I don't hate Space Ghost Perp. I gotta find out, and he's gonna tell me right as I look it up. I don't like. I kind of just like the cartoon parody version of Space Ghost. That's just how I feel about him. Like,
yeah, going back to what
I'm not gonna sit there and watch Space Ghost and Dino Boy. Real show, by the way.
Going back to what Drake was talking about, I do think that how they handle time travel in Endgame, that I think that they handle that correctly, in my opinion.
That's fair.
Do you think so? I
Yeah.
mean, it was literally to correct a giant, oh shit situation. But
yeah, because like they went back in time, but they didn't change their own reality. They just altered like 7 other realities.
I want to point out, how much of the Marvel movies did you guys watch? Did you guys
All of them.
You watched all of them?
Yeah, I've watched them all.
I've watched
Yeah.
Oh.
How many have you watched?
I've watched Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3.
I mean, have you seen the modern ones, like the
the ones that are like quote
the
unquote
universe,
in
yeah.
the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
I haven't watched a lot of MCU films. I have watched Avengers. I've seen parts of Guardians of the Galaxy. I haven't really watched a lot of MCU films.
I saw the ending of Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh, it's so good.
I want to put out. I only saw the ending because I was going to watch wrestling, and it just happened to be.
Why would you do that?
I was watching wrestling, and like it just happened to be on like 5 minutes beforehand. It's like,
Regi. Poor Jan, dude.
I actually stopped watching Marvel movies after Ant-Man because I kind of just like
Ant-Man's one of the best ones.
Oh no! I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's a good one, but
Ant-Man's one of the best ones.
I just kind of got tired of that point of like Marvel films.
I actually played a drinking game to Ant-Man. Every time they said Ant, we took a drink,
Like-
and we were fucked up.
Like I like Paul Rudd, a fun actor. I like Ant-Man as a character. I just didn't watch any Marvel films after Ant-Man.
I'm actually really surprised that Paul Rudd was able to do that. Really, but
Why's that?
I don't know. Just like when it came to Ant-Man, I didn't really expect him, but
Like, I hold the opinion like a lot of those Marvel films, like they're good, but they just like they're kind of like all samey. They all just kind of like feel like I'm not really having a movie experience. I'm just watching it like I should watch them all in a row. It kind of just
That's what I did. Watched them all in a row.
Like I didn't really care for like Age of Ultron was fine, but I didn't really care for it at the same time. Like
Age of Ultron was one of the better ones in terms of like just like an action movie.
Yeah.
Like but like in my opinion, like in order to fully enjoy all of them, you kind of have to watch all of them. So
because like, it was kind of like an oversaturation. You can agree with me on that one. Like it was like super.
I don't think so.
It was like
I think
super...
they all have their own differences that like set them apart.
Well, I mean like oversaturation in terms of like they've released a whole shit ton of them in like a very quick succession.
I mean,
it was like every
20. It was 23 movies over 10 years.
Yeah.
That's about 2.5 a year. I wouldn't say that's a
Every 6.
saturation, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I had the opinion at the time that I just got like every 6 months of being new, and I'd have to go watch. It's like,
Yeah, there was like a 3-year span where there was one like every 5 or 6 months.
yeah. And it was, I think, during that I'd have to look at the Marvel Cinematic.
That was about. I want to say that was actually about the time Ant-Man came out.
And then everyone wanted to like have their own cinematic universe. It's like, why? Why do you want
Yeah,
this?
and then
Like,
DC
no.
failed epically to try and do that.
A whole shit ton of them tried, and none of them succeeded outside of Marvel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Marvel knew what they were doing.
Like, literally everyone tried, and like none of it fucking worked. Not Bastion Booger, you fuck. Oh, bad. I'm actually currently looking up the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah, it went on from like 2008. Yeah, it's too
yeah,
pre-
yeah. No,
too
it started
present.
with Iron Man and it ended
Yeah.
with Endgame.
I
And now
got
they're still going, but they're just
I
actually
own
they're not
Iron
released.
Man.
The newest movie I think that's coming out is
Mhm.
a Black Widow movie. Just cause, like, spoilers, she died in Endgame, but
Mhm.
they're giving her like a background movie that happened like apparently between the time of Civil War and now.
Okay,
I don't know.
you're right. It was about 2, and then now they did like 3 for the past 2
Yeah, no,
years.
it started with 2 up until I think Avengers 1 came out, and then after that they released 3 a year.
No, they did 2, and then they moved to 3 after like 2018, 2019, both of 3 films each, and then 2017 too.
Yeah,
2017, 2018, 2019 all had 3.
that's because that's when they were like everyone was
What?
starting to watch it.
But I don't really count. Oh no, okay, never mind. I read this.
What's up?
I read the wrong Spider-Man film.
Yeah, they only have 2 of them.
Yeah,
in the MCU.
I thought Into the Spider-Verse was one of them. It was like, I like it. I need to see that one. Like, bad.
Dude, that's so.
I
fucking
hear
good.
it's
Oh my
fantastic,
God.
and I just haven't gotten
It's
around
so
to it.
good.
Yeah, I've heard it's
It's so good.
fantastic, and I just want to sit down and watch it one of these days.
Yeah, no, it's really good. I'd watch that
Yeah.
in your Discord server.
Next time I get
100%.
Netflix, I'm gonna sit down and watch Into the Spider-Verse.
Is it on Netflix? Is
Yeah,
that what it's on?
a lot of the
Supposed
Marvel
to be
films.
really
A lot of the
good,
Marvel
but
films are over there. Yeah.
Apparently, it's supposed to be really well animated as well.
Oh, it is. It is.
So
Oh, that's like the best thing about it.
It's supposed to
in
be, like, very
27
comic book.
so how it went, like phase 1 was your Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man
Thor.
2, Thor, Captain
No,
America.
Spider-Man 2 is not in the MCU.
No, Spider-Man: Homecoming and Spider-Man: Far From Home are.
Yeah.
And I actually
The
see
Tobey
those.
Maguire, not Tobey Maguire.
No,
Yeah, the what?
I never actually saw the new ones with
The new ones are good.
I've heard they're fine.
Stan Lee himself said to the actor that the current actor Tom Holland that he's literally like the physical embodiment of the character Spider-Man.
Which is fair. I like Tobey Maguire. I like Tobey Maguire as a Spider-Man. I do. I like the original Spider-Man trio. They were super cheesy and dumb, but they were fun.
I didn't
know
like
the
the Venom
Venom.
one. The Venom one
Okay,
was bad.
the
when he
first
was
two,
dancing in the middle
the
of street.
first two were good. Okay, we're not gonna say
Yeah.
the third one's good.
They're good for their time.
They're
but,
not
like,
equal.
I think why they did all right for what at least was he tried to make a more human Spider-Man.
Mm.
Tried to make him more serious, focus more on Peter Parker, the guy, instead of Spider-Man for a bit.
Which one are you talking about?
The Sam Raimi Spider-Man films.
Sam Raimi.
Yeah, what I liked it as a kid growing up. You know what I mean? It was a good movie, but like he just didn't look like a teenager like he was supposed to. You know
That's
what I mean?
fair.
He looked like he was 25.
I want to point out Sam Raimi, the director of Spider-Man, also director I think of Evil Dead, made a Hamburger Helper horror film back in the 70s.
What?
I shit you not. That's a real thing that existed. I sat and watched a little bit of it. I grew to love Bruce Campbell just through the video games, like just his shit talking. I'm trying to like,
Okay,
how do I
that's fair.
how do I feel? Oh, I looked up Sammy Raimi. It's Sam Raimi.
He's also the new director for Doctor Strange too.
Is he? That's fair.
Yep.
I like Sam Raimi. He's a good director. Does a good job. I don't particularly hate anything he's done. I'm trying to find the Hamburger Helper one. I
That
know
sounds
it
hilarious.
exists. I know it exists. Damn it. I know it does. It's fine. It might not just be on Wikipedia, maybe. But I know it exists. I've seen it. I've sat and watched it. Is it It's Murder? Is that it? That might not be it. I know Bruce Campbell might have been in it, and this is like they were friends growing up, I think. That worked with him. Then he did the Spider-Man film. He has not done a lot of like actual directing in a while. Yeah. The last movie he directed was Oz the Great and Powerful back in 2013.
Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well,
All
Doctor
right.
Strange 2. He's got it.
Yeah, no, he 2021.
That's because of the current director really wanted to make it a horror movie, but the main guy in charge is all like, we can have horror aspects, but we can't make it straight up a rated R horror movie, or even PG-13 horror movie because
Yeah.
it's got to be for the whole family. Like
Oh yeah.
the kid and the parents got to be able to watch it,
Mm.
and they can't watch it if it's straight up like horror 24/7. But like horror aspects to it is
Mhm.
fine. Like in the newest Spider-Man movie, there's like a very small like 5-minute segment where Spider-Man is just tripping
Yeah.
because the main villain is like causing him not to hallucinate, but just
Mhm.
to easier understand,
Yeah.
causing him to hallucinate like terrible situations.
Yeah.
And like it has horror aspects to that scene,
Mhm.
and that's kind of just
I'll be
they're gonna
right back,
sprinkle
man.
in across Doctor Strange too is what I think they're doing. But the other guy really wanted to make it a straight up horror movie and
Other guy.
get his head created.
Other guy. His name's on screen as we speak.
Wait, what?
Your name's on screen, but he's like, "Oh, hi, Drake, Reggie, and other guy."
It's all good. I don't.
Your name is on the screen next to Drake's.
It's okay. I don't mind.
One thing I found kind of funny, back in 2012, I think, when Spider-Man, like the Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield,
Yeah.
a guy made a review, and it kind of pointed out how much they show in trailers. Like at that point, 'cause he made the entire review before the movie came out. It was able to find clips of exactly what he was talking about and put that into the video, and I found that kind of funny. He even
I
mentioned
think
that.
they did a lot better in terms of like not revealing too much in
Yeah.
the trailers.
Now,
Like the way Marvel's been doing it for the past couple years is they actually include scenes in the trailer that aren't even in the movie.
other guy
So
for
it's like, you think-
president.
Like you think you're gonna be spoiled, but you're not.
Other guy 2024.
The guy for president. Let's go, dude.
Well, you're not 35 yet. Shit.
I wouldn't want to. To be honest, I would not want to be president.
30, 34. I got you. I understand, buddy. I got you covered. Like no,
I'll be fine.
like no, I don't want any of that. No, you're wrong.
Yeah, dude.
I think.
I'll pass.
Really.
Hard pass.
Oh
Oh, I accidentally.
dear. I'm kind of curious if like we're gonna have another actor like be president. Like not even like talking politically. I'm just curious. Like what? Like Will Smith.
Well, I know
Like
there was
Will
like, talks
Smith.
about Oprah running for it, and I know there was talks about Kanye West running for it, but I don't think that's genuine.
I think that was weird. Okay, I'm in a weird perspective where I don't hate Kanye West. I think he
No,
says
I love
dumb.
Kanye. I
He
love
says
Kanye. I
dumb
just don't-
shit,
I don't
but
think he would genuinely run for presidency.
you know, I think Kanye West just says dumb shit, but he's like actually actively pretty talented.
I have not seen The Invisible Man, Nick.
Oh yeah, there was that fucking like failed like universe with the Mummy, like the new Mummy with Tom Cruise.
Really?
Oh, do you know that Tom Cruise movie, the Mummy one?
No.
Oh,
I don't think I've seen it.
they accidentally put the trailer out without music.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How did they do that? How does that get to so many people?
and the sound effects were still there.
That's hilarious.
So you just heard go like the
They accidentally
voice.
just hid one of the layers and then exported the video.
They
and just
forgot.
didn't-
Oh, there was a fucking movie. Let me find it. I saved it because of course I fucking did.
Okay.
They accidentally released a full movie on like as a trailer by accident.
On like YouTube?
Sony. Yep.
Really?
It was the Red Band trailer, and they accidentally uploaded the full movie.
Wow, that's crazy.
It was a shit movie. No one actually cared about it, but
Yeah.
it probably gave it more publicity than it was actually. It was called Kali the Killer. I've not.
Anybody seen the Russian version of the Avengers? I can't remember what it's called
Like when did it come out?
though. Like I want to say like 2016, 2018.
No.
There was one of the main guys was like a guy with bear arms.
Mhm.
I think he could transform into a bear, but I don't. I think he mainly uses arms. And there was like a ninja who could teleport.
Yeah.
It was really cool. It was just really badly dubbed because I wasn't about to watch it in Russian.
I want to point out, there's a very infamous Fantastic Four film that's like in existence. Came out in the 90s. It's like one of those movies like back in the day was like one of the well-known tape trading days where everyone would like find all the weird shit and kind of trade it with everyone. It was infamously bad. It was awful to like all degree. and was basically made as a tax write-off. Let me find it. It might have been an Avengers film, but I think it was Fantastic Four.
Yeah, no, the Fantastic Four were owned by Fox up until a few years ago. So all the movies before then weren't MCU.
Yep. The Fantastic Four was an unreleased 1994 independent superhero film based on the comics of the same name. Featured the origins of the Fantastic Four, and never actually came out, but began circulation after a few years.
It's funny.
Yeah. In popular culture.
I know the one that came out in like 2006 I liked.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second one was okay, but was like, They treated Galactus like a cloud, which I didn't like.
Yeah.
And then the newest one was terrible.
Yeah, I think people told me outright, like, oh, yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, the newest one was god awful. They tried to rebooting it for the third time. It did not work, and then that's when they finally sold the rights back to Marvel, which was great.
I want to see a list of like superhero film. That's a list of like the highest grossing. That's not what I want. I want a list of America. I want to look at like release day, like when exact ones that I can like actually mention. The only thing I don't like about the Flash, what have I said?
Yeah, how he fucking just breaks time every goddamn time he has a story. I agree. I fully agree. The new ones suck. I agree.
There's a 1978 film called Kiss Meets the Phantom at the Park.
Oh God.
I want to watch it. I want
to watch it right now. Live on stream.
I'm actually genuinely looking at. Annoyingly, they like made some live like they have it like sectioned off to live action animated. That's really annoying because I want to see all of them by year.
Oh, okay.
There's a really shitty one I want to see called Toxic Avengers, and like it's a really infamous '80s one. Not infamous, but it's like a weird '80s like low budget B movie.
Is it about the Avengers?
No, but it's called The Toxic Avenger.
Oh, it's just okay.
It's a dude made of toxic waste, I think. The creator, Lloyd Kaufman, cool guy, like genuinely cool guy. Like I've seen interviews with the guy, really like nice, just like just a genuine kind of like goofball kind of guy.
Yeah, Nick, there's always someone faster, and guess what? It just also so happens to be an alternate version of Flash. So it's just like, what the hell?
I want to point out RoboCop is considered a superhero film, which I guess that makes sense. That makes sense, kind of.
The newest RoboCop was actually pretty decent.
Was it? I've never actually seen the RoboCop.
It was really crazy, actually.
I tried watching The Crow, and all honesty, The Crow sucked.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a classic, man.
I'm
about to watch this beautiful podcast and remembered I was supposed to be in an episode, and now I'm mad at Regi. Well, where are you, Youngster Joey videos?
Yeah, you never showed up, so I mean, that's
it's kind of up to you, bud.
I mean, I have schedule open for other episodes in the future, but they have Tuesdays open. I've said Saturday 3 weeks from now is open. I've like I have next week and the week after booked.
The scene in RoboCop that like really gets me, like really made me like it, was like when they're like showing him that he's a RoboCop basically.
Did I never invite you?
They're like taking away all his parts, and he's literally just like a piece of his stomach and just like half his face, and then like he's just a floating like pole with his fucking face skin, and he's like, what the hell? Like he's just going into shock, obviously, and everyone's it was such a good scene.
Yeah, I have Tuesdays open, and I have Thursday afternoon I think open. Next Saturday is gonna be a guy called Bike Guy, who's like a pretty decent like dude I've played. He was in one of my videos like a week or two ago, and then the week after that's Papa. So,
anyone in the chat seen the new movie with Vin Diesel in it? What's it called? Bloodshot.
I couldn't honestly tell you a Vin Diesel movie from like any other Vin Diesel. Like all of them are the same to me. Like all of them. Can I crash Tuesday? I don't have work anymore. That's fair. Yeah. We don't have topics. We just talk about bullshit.
Yeah, bro. There's no dedicated topics. Like I literally open up the podcast. We talk about My Hero Academia, and
we went from My Hero Academia, to cartoons, and now we're on like superheroes.
Marvel vs. DC.
Yeah, not really Marvel vs. DC because I think both do certain things well, and that's how I feel.
Sure.
Fun thing about The Crow. That's actually how my cousin met his current girlfriend / mother of his kids. Not really wife, but mother of his kids.
But like they met over
they just met over like talking about The Crow, and like that's how they bonded.
Nick, you've seen Bloodshot? Yeah, I thought it was decent.
Speaking of Vin Diesel, I couldn't honestly tell you a Vin Diesel movies from part. I know I just said that, but I genuinely feel that
No,
way.
I hear you. See, I understand if you're talking about like the Fast and the Furious movies, but Bloodshot is actually a really good movie, and it just so
I
happens to have.
honestly have not. I forgot about Avatar 2. Oh,
Avatar 2.
he's in Avatar 2 and
What do you mean,
Avatar 3.
The blue one? The
Yeah.
blue Avatar things?
Yeah,
Is there an Avatar 2?
it's gonna come out next year apparently. They've been
Oh, so he's in that?
they've been talking about 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. So like
CST.
I want to genuinely point out they've been talking about making a sequel to Avatar
For 10 years.
for literally 10 years. Like they've been
Yeah.
pushing, like it was supposed to come out 2013, the 2014, the 2015. It keeps going further and further and further.
They want to make it perfect, man.
They do, but it's like no one cares. No one cares about Avatar anymore. No one.
Yeah,
Genu-
Riddick is a good Vin Diesel movie.
Genuine question. What is a scene? What is a quote from Avatar? Is one of the highest grossing films of all time.
No, it's not. Avengers Endgame
It
was.
was. I said it was.
You did.
I-
I thought you said.
That's
I
why.
said
That's
it
why.
was.
Like I fixed it. I know I said was like is, but then I changed it to was.
Then once I
'Cause I
corrected you,
knew-
you fixed it.
Yeah. No, I fixed it at like mid sentence because I knew it got overtaken by Avengers Endgame. I think.
I've seen Riddick. Is there more than just one movie? I'm pretty sure there's more than one Riddick, but I've seen.
There
one of
might
them.
be more than one Riddick. I know he liked the Riddick franchise so much that he bought it. I think.
I seen the one where they were like in like I don't know if it was a forest planet, not a forest planet. I don't know if it was like a desert planet or if they were just in a desert.
Is
There's like a bunch of things like running around like eating shit, eating people. I mean, that's the one I
Mm,
seen. I think it was a different planet though. It might not have been, but like there's a bunch of like researchers like walking around this desert planet, and then there's like a bunch of like I want to say animals, but they were like probably aliens,
Mhm.
like fucking eating them all. And then Riddick comes around, he's all like, "I can save you guys, but I'm
Mm.
not gonna do it on purpose." You know what I mean? Like just real
Yeah.
badassy about it.
I've never actually I never actually watched Riddick, so I was curious. Like I thought there were more. Like yeah, there are a few Riddick movies. Like there are a few.
Is there? That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Oh, the first Avatar movie is
Okay.
releasing in China a couple weeks to revitalize the box office.
That's so
Yeah.
weird. Which is
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
because aren't they on lockdown still? Like,
Yeah,
can they even
yeah.
can their movie like I don't even think they could even release movies right now.
Weirdly enough, like
What
it's
happened to Drake? I don't know. He said he'd be right back like
Yeah.
20 minutes ago.
yeah, it's. I would point out that it's so weird to me that
Sorry, I had to go and get tea.
you're fine.
Oh, there he is.
I want.
brother.
It's so weird to me that like China is our movie market now. Like
I-
the market for movies are 13-year-olds and like China.
I mean, I
Literally,
guess
like they okay. What's Marvel movies made for?
everyone,
They're
the whole family.
Typically aimed for teenagers.
Well, no, it's literally made for the whole family. If it was aimed for teenagers, there'd be nothing but sex scenes.
Well, no. Well, I mean, like, it's made for teenagers in the sense they're gonna bring their parents and like, that kind
Oh,
of
dude,
shit.
bro, like in terms of like the last couple years of the MCU, it's made for everyone who's watching.
Yeah, and obviously in like the
If we're being
90s and like 2000s, it was a bit more like, it was depending on which one, because like some of them were family friendly, some really weren't. Like, I
I
do
did
love
mention
those
that.
sex scenes.
I did mention that I would be right back, but
Yeah,
So-
Yeah,
we
we
you,
heard.
bud.
It just they
Um,
didn't. Youngster Joey didn't know.
Yeah,
personally.
youngster Joe came
I
in
have
like
a co-
halfway through.
I have a coffee now, so yeah.
Oh, nice.
You said tea.
I have.
I don't
Still my Mountain Dew.
believe-
I
I'm
meant to say coffee. instead
I'm
tea.
I'm out of Sprite currently.
Unfortunate. You hate to see it.
I was curious. I was looking at like early aughts. Inspector Gadget's considered a superhero film, so I guess I see that. Yeah,
Which is funny. Okay.
China's got money, so movies always try to sell. Yeah, weirdly enough, Star Wars does awful in China. Like, they just genuinely do awful. Like
I can see it.
that's why
I've
they.
never seen Star Wars, but I could see it.
If I remember right, that's why they brought in like Rose, the Asian character. I haven't seen that movie where she was in
I
it,
have
but
coffee now, Nick.
I haven't seen a Star Wars film since like the 2015 one, and I'm fine with that. I just
The only Star Wars type stuff I've seen is the Family Guy adaptations.
that's fair. I find Star Wars kind of boring, honestly, and I don't know. Like, it's just a boring franchise. Like I like aspects about it. I enjoy like I like a lot of the memorabilia about it. Like that's kind of cool. Like I own Wookiee slippers. I'm fine with that. I will actively wear them,
I'm
no
not really
issue.
fond of Star. I'm not really fond of Star Wars. I don't think it's
I'm generally looking to find out like What movies came out that are considered superhero? The like.
Don't know. There's never really been interest in Star Wars. I mean,
Like I know, like in the late '90s, yeah, obviously there was The Crow. There was on.
Was The Crow a superhero movie?
It's considered. It's actually a comic, so.
Yeah, I know it's a comic, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it. Yeah, I guess it is.
I
Very
actually have
tragic.
no idea who Darkman is, but I think I've heard of Darkman.
Very
Never heard of
tragic
him.
what happened.
I've never.
I think it was very tragic what happened to him, Brandon Lee, in that. Though. Like, God.
Hey, you hate to see it, but that's show business. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. That's just gotta suck. Obviously, you know.
They thought Mulan
go
was
into a movie-
white. That's
They go into a movie and just accidentally die because somebody loaded the gun instead of being a fake gun. You know, you hate to see.
Yeah, it was like they fired a real bullet first to get like the muzzle and that of it or something, and instead of getting a proper like dummy bullet, they just made one
Yeah,
like
I don't
a
know.
dummy.
If I remember
And then
right,
the car. Yeah.
I think they're taking out the like. Who's the love interest in Mulan? Do you know what I'm talking about?
The guy.
The guy.
Yeah,
If
guy.
I remember right, they're taking out the guy from the new mill.
Yeah, they're taking out the guy. Bro,
Yeah.
they're taking out the best part of it, Mushu. They're taking out Mushu.
Like I enjoyed like the I'm a romance fan. I like romance. That's my thing.
Why is Fox News lied as people died trending on Twitter?
Good question. I don't actually
I
know.
don't know.
We're not gonna get political, but I'm just gonna look at it while you guys.
Chang, my bad. I'm sorry. I have not seen Mulan in a couple of years.
Yeah, for some reason they.
But I
taken out
will-
the main-
I
they've
will actively
taken out the
listen.
main love interest from a lot.
I will actively listen to "I Will Make a Man Out of You."
I don't understand what. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, but I don't know.
they've taken out the main love interest from Milan because apparently, I don't know.
I'm
It's a silly reason.
I'm still genuinely looking at like trying to figure out what superhero films came out that I can actually like remember.
That you watched when you were a kid?
Yeah, I watched Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I know that.
Yo, that
yeah.
was lit. Yeah.
I think I mentioned this before, but I can mention it again because we have more people watching than I think the time I talked about it. Shark Boy and Lava Girl got sued actually over copyright.
Because of the Dream song?
No. There's a pro wrestler called Shark Boy, and he's been wrestling a Shark Boy since like the late '90s. Like he was wrestling a Shark Boy for a long time, and like he was on television. Like he actually worked like actual TV matches.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Like it wasn't just like, oh no, I like him. He's a fine wrestler, but it makes sense. He does own the Shark Boy name, and then they try to revoke his Shark Boy name. Like they tried getting rid of it, and they're just like, nope. He is Shark Boy,
Basically, what happened?
and he made a good chunk of money out of that, and I don't blame him.
So
And like he made enough money to where he doesn't have to wrestle, and he only wrestles because he wants to now. That's fair.
So he was a wrestler. He was a wrestler, like a he did like was in like TNA and some of the other like
Like he was an
some
actual
indie
like
promotions and that.
actual like big name promotion, yeah.
Yeah, he did pretty well, but like in TNA, they gave him the gimmick of like he basically tried to be Stone Cold.
I'm gonna look and see if like he was in a big company before this. This was 05.
Like instead of saying hell yeah, it would say shark yeah. Because
Which, funny enough, David Arquette was in this film. David Arquette has a weird history with wrestling. David Arquette's a weird person in general.
Have you seen the
Well,
stuff he wears?
Now I have to get Q, the Shark Boy and Lava Girl soundtrack.
I mean, bro, I know. Well, I know the movie. I love that movie.
I could buy you the soundtrack now.
I mean, if you want to, sure. Like, go ahead and send it
I'm
to me.
gonna
but I mean,
buy you the soundtrack.
Did you see The Mask? I don't remember when that came out with Jim Carrey, I believe.
I've never actually seen The Mask, weirdly enough.
You've
Yeah,
never
it's
seen The
fun.
Mask. It's a good one.
I saw it bits and pieces when I was a kid.
It's a good one.
Yeah,
Shark Boy
I'm not
actually
doubting it.
did sue the film, I believe, for copyright infringement.
Oh, he did wrestle in TNA in 2002, 2015.
Yeah, he did actually sue them, I believe, for copyright infringement. But
Yeah.
then they settled out of court, and he got
Yep.
like a shitload of money for it.
That's what I was mentioning. Like, yeah, he just got like a bunch of money out of it. And I was, fair enough.
You know who I also remember from TNA? There was. Have you heard of a wrestler called Curry
Curran?
Man?
Curry Man.
Curry.
I think I know who played him, but I don't think I've actually seen Curry Man.
Like it'd be like, he's hot, he's spicy, he's Curry Man. You know?
He was played by Christopher Daniel.
I don't know much.
Did you
about
watch
pro
Ace?
wrestling.
Did you watch Ace Ventura though? Charizard wants to know.
Kind of. Not entirely.
I
How did you watch Ace Ventura? I know of it.
Um.
I don't know of it enough to remember.
I've seen bits and pieces of Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura is really good. Jim Carrey.
Fun fact: I never saw the Truman Show until like last year.
Like I remember one of my friends had a poster of it on their, like in their room. And I was
That's
like, "What the hell's
fair.
that about?" And he like showed it to me, but I only stayed and watched like 30 minutes of it, I believe.
That's fair. I wouldn't sit and watch the full
He
thing.
actually
I couldn't do
got
it.
So that movie got so popular they actually made an animated show for a while, and it's basically Jim Carrey but as a over the top wacky character, and it just worked. Like I don't know if
Basically
Jim
any Jim Carrey character.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know if he voiced it, but they actually got like they kept the likeness. He
Mhm.
looked like Jim Carrey but in animated form.
I,
And
have you seen Truman Show?
No.
You haven't? I would honestly recommend it. It's where Jim
I've
Carrey
heard of it.
is basically playing like a fake reality show. Like he thinks he's in like an actual world, but it's a show centered around his life,
Okay.
and they're like trying to like keep him like from figuring out that like it's all like a fake. It's all a fake show. It's interesting.
Oh yeah, the guy who runs it is like really obsessed with him. And
Yeah.
everything.
It's a neat concept. What's up, Pugweenie? Couldn't make it on the podcast.
Yo, Pugweenie. How you doing? How the kids?
I've seen Cable Guy. Last time I watched Cable Guy, I was really drunk. That's all I remember about it.
I would say my favorite Jim Carrey film has to be The Mask.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
The Mask is really good.
I have seen the new Sonic movie, which was okay. It was very kiddish, but it was okay, and I like Jim Carrey in that. I wouldn't say that's my
That's
favorite
fair.
Jim Carrey movie,
That's fair.
but
I
I
think
did
it's
like
fair
him.
to say Jim Carrey made film a lot better.
Saturday, I'm a Tuesday boy.
Like, I hate to say, but Jim Carrey is one of the reasons probably why that film did as well as it did. You know?
Yeah, no, he was the name that brought people in the seats for sure. I agree with that.
I'm not saying you're wrong. Like if I go to the casting, I only know Jim Carrey of this entire cast of the four names they have.
Ben Schwartz is a guy who's done like a lot of like animated films, but the thing is, he's pretty used to a lot of these films have him either directly voicing or playing a character alongside an Anthro character.
I don't actually know any of the names here. I'm like actually looking and trying to see like, do I recognize anyone? No, I just know Jim Carrey. Literally the only one I know of this entire list is Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
It's more or less on Jim Carrey there than anything else. So I feel like
it reminds me of Detective Pikachu because
Oh, that's a good movie.
The main like person for that film was Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, but the Pokemon franchise is I think a lot bigger than Ryan Reynolds in my opinion.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Like I will say they nailed that film so well. Like in terms of designs, like I really like the design.
Yeah, no, it was a good film.
I'm indifferent to Dumb and Dumber. I'm like really indifferent to like Dumb and Dumber as like a whole.
I never got into that movie either.
Yeah. I would highly recommend. Jim Carrey did a sketch comedy show called In Living Color. Would recommend. Would fully recommend.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. Like some of the jokes don't really hold up as much, but a lot of them are still pretty decent. Would recommend. Favorite Pokemon? I'm not gonna answer favorite type because that'd be very hard because I don't know.
How about just favorite Pokemon type? Mine's Ghost.
You know what? Yeah, Ghost's pretty good. Yeah, Ghost. Yeah, Ghost. I
My
like.
favorite type is. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's Dragon, of course it is.
My favorite Ghost Pokemon's probably Dusknoir or Duskull. Like, literally, just the whole Duskull line is good.
Dusclops, Mr. 1,000 views himself. He's actually almost up to 2,000 right now. 1.8. Go watch that video, guys. If you haven't seen all of it.
Fighting Ice. Oh, Detective Pikachu. I was like, wait, what's DP? Double penetration? What?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
My brain like, wait, what? I mean, yeah,
DP
sure.
is a much better film than Sonic.
DP is a
I
better
agree, Double
concept.
Penetration is a much
Yeah,
better film.
yeah. I would much rather watch Double.
1000%.
That might be an actual film. That might be
Double Penetration.
I could see like being a really shitty '90s action film.
Yeah, Detective Pikachu is pretty decent.
I gotta really
I need
regret
to
looking up.
watch it.
I'm gonna really regret looking up Double Penetration. On Wikipedia.
Don't do it.
On Wikipedia. On Wikipedia. Wikipedia. So I'm safe.
Yeah, you might want to like not do that.
Well, I could see it like being an action film, like
don't even know.
Double Impact. Ugh.
No.
Your favorite Pokemon is Medicham. Why Medicham? Like that's like the weird design one to me. Yeah, I always feel like Medicham's like a weird like Pokemon. Pokemon.
I would say what my favorite Pokemon was, but it's so damn predictable.
Charizard?
No.
No, it's obviously Sableye. What the fuck?
Oh, you're talking about dragon? It's a dragon type.
Yeah,
It's Dragonite.
it's
Dragonite. Not a bad dragon. I prefer a Dragapult.
That's you would. You degenerate.
I mean, look at the fucking logo.
I actually, I've mentioned it before. Zipstrika. Zipstrika's just my boy. My
He's
boy.
cool.
He's been my
He's
boy.
alright.
He's been my favorite since 2012, so it's been very consistent. 8 years. That's my favorite. Not quite the longest streak I've had a favorite Pokemon. That'd be Nidoking, but you know, Nidoking also had like a decade on him before I got into Zipstrika. And Nidoking was just because Nidoking kicks everyone's ass. And you can get
Does it though?
You can get Nidoking by like the second gym, no problem.
You can get Nidoking in the first town.
Yeah, we had Moonstone.
Nidoking a decent Pokemon.
Like
Right.
you get in basically Mount Moon, you get a fully
once you get to Mount
evolved,
Moon, you can have a Nidoking
powerful,
too.
like one of the strongest Pokemon in the game that isn't legendary.
I mean, which is ironic because he's actually the Pokemon that you speedrun the game with.
Yeah,
if you,
oh yeah.
if you do that.
Yeah, fully. He's a speedrun Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then I would just use him. Did you know that is WrestleMania tonight? Wait, what? Tonight? Wait, what?
Like tonight?
Wouldn't it be tomorrow? Well, okay. In pro wrestling, like all the big events are always like on Sundays.
Agreed.
Oh, it's gonna be aired today and tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's a dub. They've made it 2 nights for some.
Yeah. To explain to Q a bit, since the quarantine thing, obviously since no one wants to get the coronavirus, pro wrestlers just like, hey, if you want to work the night, you can. You don't have to. It's up to you. It's been like a weird kind of like shit going on. This is all filmed in like a performance center. Like they're like literally their training grounds. It'll be interesting, I guess. It's a lot of matches, fair enough. 16.
Favorite movie quote of all time? Tony Stark built this in a cave from a box of scraps.
I'm trying to actually think of a movie quote.
I can't remember.
Fucking.
It's a really damn good quote.
I could quote my favorite YouTube videos, but that's about it. Let's quote our favorite YouTube videos. I'll start. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh no.
I don't know that one.
Have I told you about Mobility Mary? Have I talked about that on the podcast?
Not to me. You haven't.
Woo! I can talk about it here. Hell yeah!
Oh no.
Mobility Mary, as Drake has known, because I mentioned all the time, is this
All the time.
this old woman who like is in a mobility scooter, who like just drives around in the mobility scooter just bitching at people. That's all she does, and she whines and complains. That's literally all she does, and like she's like really over the top about it too. Like
Okay.
for example, there was like these like Shih Tzu dogs that were just like walking up to her like, while she's literally walking up. She was sitting in a mobility scooter. They were walking. And she's like, oh no, get away, oh no, ah! Like these little fucking Shih Tzus who are just like running up to her. Like, you're gonna be fine. They're little Shih Tzus. You can literally kick them away. I own Shih Tzus. They're not big. They're literally the size, like, they go to my ankle. That's about it. They're not that fucking big. And then like another one was she was riding around in a like she was like driving underneath like an underpassage, and there just happened to be like a homeless village, and she freaks the fuck out. Like, oh no, I'm gonna die. Oh no. Oh. Like freaking out, like again, saying she's gonna die with literally just like a tent in her way. Like it was just a tent in the. She literally could have just backed up, gone around the other side, which was perfectly clear because you could see the other side. It was empty. It was literally could have just gone the other way, or like gone a different path. But no, she's like, I'm gonna die. Ah. Like literally said she was gonna die. It's like, the fuck. And she's like, like the really annoying people at grocery stores.
Yes, I work at one, so yes.
That's literally her voice. Like anytime she meets someone, like, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me. Excuse me, ma'am. Can you get out of the way?
Really?
Yeah, all the fucking time. Favorite shiny Pokemon? None of them.
Oh, Dragapult.
You're a biased baby bitch. Okay,
Well,
what?
you can't tell me that I'm wrong.
Okay,
Like,
okay. What's
really
what's your favorite shiny Pokemon that's not Turtwig or Dragapult? Or of the
actually, honestly, I actually don't even like Torterra shiny. Like, I prefer
I've
regular
not
Torterra.
actually seen Torterra shinies.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really have a favorite shiny Pokemon.
Mine's Zipstriker, baby, because it turns like a blue.
He does turn blue, and that's actually really cool.
Yeah, I saw like a cool edit where they like made him cosmic, and that was really fucking cool.
I would have to say Charizard. Any of the black shinies was so good.
Yeah,
Charizard shiny.
Charizard
Greninja,
Black is like.
Rayquaza, like any of the black shinies are just really dope. Probably my favorites.
You know what? I dig the gold Charmander. I think that's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool too.
Like just the idea of a gold Charmander is like just a cool concept. Like at least
Another really good shiny is Obstagoon or Noivern.
That's
like
fair.
Really colorful shiny. Sylveon turns blue.
Wait, wasn't
really
Noivern
cool.
like a weird green?
Noivern's like a weird green. I think a little bit of blue or pink.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. I remember like
I
remember being on the worst shiny Pokemon list. Is like
really
green.
Like Obstagoon's Candy Cane. Like bloody hell.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, the only shiny that matters, Bulbasaur.
Nick, where does Bulbasaur matter more?
He's like just highlighter green.
Oh, yeah.
This is a Bulbasaur family, okay?
Ponytail's cool, yeah. The blue fire is
Yeah.
really dope. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with Blue Flames. Like that's always like the go-to, like cool. That's why I think like Charizard X works, because like the fucking cool black blue. What's a shiny Mega Charizard look like? I don't actually know.
Charizard Y is just black again, but Charizard X I think is like an off black. It's like black green. If I remember correctly.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I was actually sure on that one. In all hindsight. Playtime's cool. Shiny Luxray. I think you're wrong there. I don't know. Kit.
I really like Vaporeon shiny because it just
looks like a cool mon. I won't lie to you, I've not looked at my DMs. I just have like so many DMs.
Aegislash's shiny looks really dope too. It's like a different color. It looks really cool.
Glasscast, nowhere it fucking be. Shiny Magikarp. I actually like shiny Gyarados. Like I like that red.
I mean, I like shiny
the
Gyarados.
red
is
that cool.
You've seen it so often if you play Pokemon
do.
that it's like it kind of loses its like coolness in my opinion.
Like sure, I mean that's fair. I'm still kind of nostalgic for it. Well, if it isn't Raging Spirit Games, I feel I haven't seen it in a while because YouTube's finally letting me see people see my subscription feeds.
Yeah,
and finally,
dude, it's a new world.
Be able to see my shit,
I
so
mean,
my views are probably gonna be so much better.
I mean, it is a whole new world to be living.
Woo!
Yo, shiny Bisharp is pretty cool too. It just changes from red to blue, but it
does
looks
it?
really nice.
I feel like that would look cool.
Yeah.
Favorite? I think we talked about evolutions. Mine's just Umbreon or Espeon. Like
Espeon, yeah, Espeon's the goat.
Like Umbreon looks the best, but Espeon's like just the best in terms of overall everything.
I like Umbreon's subtlety.
Yeah,
Espeon. I mean, if we're talking about shinies, my bad.
If we're talking about we're talking about shinies.
Yeah, Umbreon's shiny is awful.
Umbreon's shiny is like pretty cool because it like turns.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I like the subtlety of Umbreon's shiny, but I do like Sylveon's better because it just turns blue, which looks better than pink.
Like that whole blue stuff.
The whole blue is dope. Yeah, I agree.
Thanks to my phone. Yeah, I would assume your like phone is just so full of fucking notifications.
Ooh, shiny Yveltal looks really dope.
I'm subbed to a channel that like uploads like 4 a day, and that drives me insane alone. I can imagine fucking like 20 when you check your phone.
Oh, Giggle is another shiny that's actually really cool. Its red crystals just turn like aqua blue.
Yeah. I think I had a shiny Giggle at that one point.
It's really nice.
I forget if I ever like transferred it over or not.
Probably not.
I might have. I transferred all my like Pokemon from Pokemon X to Alpha Sapphire. I just haven't like transferred over to Sun and Moon yet, which I want to.
Well, which you don't need to if you get the Switch. 'Cause
Yeah,
then you
yeah,
just
no.
transfer them over to there.
I want to transfer over so I can like replay Alpha Sapphire because I think that'd be fun. I just have a,
That's one of the better like
Yeah.
game, like, Alpha Sapphire.
I want to replay it, but I don't want to get like I have all my Pokemon on there, and I don't want to get rid of them.
Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby versus.
If I can ever run 3DS games, sure.
Once you buy this PC for me, you can run Citra games for sure.
Can you
Oh,
actually?
yeah, speaking of which, I got my new PC
Oh, did you?
like 4 days ago. Yeah, dude,
How's-
it's fucking dope. Oh my god, it's so good.
Are you currently running
It's
it,
so much
or
better. I'm on it right now. Yeah,
are you actually?
yeah.
So you'd say it runs pretty good?
It runs way better. So like I used to upload videos on my old PC. It took me an hour and a half to render and upload. This computer takes me 20 minutes.
Not bad at all.
That's fucking amazing.
It's fantastic. Your laptop's supposed to be the Wednesday. The lost in transit. You're shocked
That's
or
unfortunate.
shook.
I was surprised. Yeah, my PC got here in 6 days.
That's fair.
I was very surprised.
I want to eventually. Obviously, I want to buy off of you whenever I get the money.
Yeah, no, you should definitely invest in a brand new PC. Like that's definitely the wave.
Well, yeah. Well, I want to like. I'm thinking of buying yours first, and then like either replacing parts in it for what I need, or
Because it is
There we
pretty
go.
old. It was made
Yeah.
4 years ago. It still runs.
Yeah.
But that's all it does. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
good, but it's
runs.
slow and
well, mine's slower. I can admit that. Like
probably.
Papa
Yeah.
legit said in my face, "I hate your Discord because it takes so long." He's like, "Yeah, you're right."
The thing about it, I have a really good graphics card in it. I don't know what it is, but I know my friend knows what it is, and he says it's really good. So
Mm. I mean, but it's probably good. It's probably
yeah.
There's one for like 750 that I want to get, but I don't have 750. I have currently in my bank account probably like 20, 30 total.
Really.
I spent some money that Papa gave me to get some new art stuff. I got 40. I
Cool.
spent a little bit of it on and I got paid $7 from Patreon. $7.
Nice.
Yeah. By the way, I have a Patreon if anyone wants to support my Patreon. Just saying. I need to redo the tiers, but yeah. And been on hold with online support for your ISP for 4 days. Still haven't gotten it to me. That's giving you 10 millibytes a second download in one. Oof. Oof. Yeah, I can imagine, like, it needs to improve. I do hope you're having a. Hope you guys are having a good day. No way. I've like not mentioned that at all. Okay. I want to talk about like how I slept last night. It was so fucking weird.
Okay.
So I took some CBD about like 5. You forgot I had a
Okay.
Patreon.
5 what?
5 p.m.
Oh, you took it. Oh, you took it at about. I thought you said you took about 5. I was like,
No,
okay,
no,
5.
no. That's way too fucking strong. One will knock me out. Basically, when I passed out from like 6 to 7, went back inside the house, passed out from 7 to 2, woke up, watched Papa while I was in the bathroom, like chatted on like just chatted with people on the stream.
Yeah.
Went back to bed
That's one
for
days.
ate some Frosted Flakes, went back to bed for 2 hours, came in here, said everything for the podcast, and then we're here. I've slept like a pretty good amount of time. By the most I've slept in like years. Just off and
I,
on.
on the other hand, only slept 4 hours, but that's
Woo! Just take some CBD, sleep forever. Yeah. Never stop. Yay. Are you having a good day outside of that? Your new mouse and mouse pad. That's fair. Actually I'm looking at a mouse a mic currently. It's like $80, but like I got the one I want from a YouTuber I watched called 꽱ᴏᴄɪᴜ, who does TF2. It sounded like really good, so it's like, okay, I want to get that one. That's the beauty of like working with YouTubers or like knowing YouTubers. I can just ask them like, hey, what's your setup? I want your shit. Give me your shit.
Yeah, typically they have it like in the description or something, like especially on
Well,
Twitch. I know
some do, some don't. And I don't think anyone actually
Yeah,
cares if you ask. So
Yeah, I
You'll,
don't think
you'll
anyone.
find that a couple of YouTube, like most YouTubers, will actually just like put all their gear down. Like what they use.
Yeah, because typically they have like an Amazon sponsorship, which actually anyone could get if you
yeah.
just got to fill out forms,
Mhm.
and like as if they use your link to purchase the same items that you got, then you get like a percentage of something, which is pretty cool.
Sorry, I was laughing at some messages I got. You know who I was talking about before the podcast, got in my
Go on.
DMs during our conversation about cartoons. I didn't actually realize it. I got in my
And they
DMs
said,
about.
and they
They're
said,
like, I hate Teen Titans Go. I hate
same.
American animated shows. Fuck you.
I mean, I don't hate Teen Titans Go. I actually never watched
Okay,
it. I just
okay.
don't think I would like it.
Drake. What's one
Yeah.
good animated British cartoon?
Oh.
You might have one. I know, like I can
trying to think-
I
I'm trying to
can
think of
name
one,
I
just
can name
from-
2 British shows I like, but
I'm gonna admit most of the shows we watch over here in America not good.
exactly, like it's either American or Canadian. Those are like where cartoons are
I
typically
mean, there
from.
are some like
Oh, this bitch.
there are some old British like not, I wouldn't say cartoon children's shows like the Magic
And Nick,
Roundabout.
it's you know who also I wouldn't even. Would you consider Mr. Bean a good cartoon? I never actually watched
Mr.
it.
Bean. The Mr. Bean animated series is quite good. Like, I
So
would
you guys
say-
get to watch one good cartoon. There you go. Watership. Oh, Watership
So-
Down. Isn't that weird fucking like violent rabbit one? I forgot. Like
Oh,
I
it's
never
a
actually
very,
saw it.
Very harrowing. Oh my god!
I never
Like,
actually
watched
saw it,
that
but I'm
when I
just
was
aware of
younger.
it being morbid.
Like,
That's all I know.
watched that when I was younger. Don't do
You are
it.
you are
Fuck's
correct,
sake.
Toasty Dragon. You are correct.
Like seriously.
Peppa Pig.
fuck
I
you.
feel it. Oh yeah, Peppa Pig. Yeah, you guys get 3 cartoons. Yeah. In America, we get everything, even the good and bad.
Like seriously, like like some of the shows we had, like Watership Down. Like, oh my god, don't watch that when you're a kid. It fucks you up, man.
I've heard.
I believe it.
There was I know I've mentioned it before on anytime we mentioned Adult Swim, but I can mention it here too because Drake's here and he's British. I like Mighty Boosh. Mighty Boosh is pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a Simon Pegg one. Like it's like a sitcom. It's not actually like I like some British humor. Some of it's just not for me. But like somewhere it's like yeah, it's fine.
You know what? I understand that.
Watchable.
Cause some of our humor is a little bit, like for example, I really don't like Ricky Gervais. I hate the guy.
That's fair.
Like I've never liked him because like first of all he seems a bit boring anyway,
Mhm.
but he's one of these comedians who always has to try and offend people. Like
Well, I think a lot of British humor is very like dry in a sense. Like a lot of it's like very dry based.
yeah, but you'll find a lot of the good comedians don't just try and insult people.
I do feel kind of bad for Britain because, like, from an American standpoint, let me tell you, like all the British shit I know. Like in terms of TV,
All the British shit I know. Here we go.
Doctor Who, Sherlock, Monty Python, and Mighty Boosh.
Mighty Python is really good.
Four shows of everything you guys have ever made ever. I know 4 things. I can't even tell you the name of the Simon Pegg show I was talking about. And even then, I could be confusing some shit for fucking other parts of the UK that I just don't know.
Yo, Alex, you tried watching Blackadder?
Was it Black Alley?
Blackadder.
I've not. Oh, and
That's-
there was another show. I forget what the fuck it was. It was like Black Book or something like that.
Blackadder is a really good like
There
comedy series starring
was
different ancestors. It's like good.
there's a Netflix show. There's a Netflix
on.
show called I don't know what it's called. I just know it's about like 2 guys who work in a bookstore. That's about it. It's like a comedy.
Yeah. Nick
Oh,
backs me up. Yeah,
and
Blackadder's really good.
I saw a weird fucking British puppet show about politics. Like it was just in my fucking recommendations like the other day. I just sat and watched it.
It's Spit an Image.
Yeah, it was legit Spitting Image. I don't No, I only
satirical
saw it
puppet show.
because it was in my recommendations. It was the only reason I saw it.
It's a satirical, over-the-top puppet show, basically
And it was-
starring puppet caricatures of politicians.
And
other...
since it's British politics, I knew nothing.
Well, guess what? They're making a new version. It's gonna be puppet.
Luckily, the British party systems are very similar to the American party systems in terms of like what they really just stand for in a sense. It's like the Conservative Party is basically Republicans, and then I guess the Worker Party is, I guess, Democrat. I don't actually know on that one.
Labour, yeah.
I don't know UK politics. That's obviously me and Q are gonna have zero context or info on that.
That's what I can help you. I can help you with that. So basically, Tories are basically on the right side. They are basically the equivalent of the Republicans in America.
Yeah.
Labour are the equivalent of the Liberals, so they're the left. And we have the Liberal Democrats, which are in the middle. They're the centre.
And then you guys have like a bunch of like third parties, and then like
we have the Green Party, who are all about
which weirdly
I
enough
should say
we
they're all
also
about-
have that weirdly enough.
the Green Party are basically.
You don't know
just all
UK
about,
politics either. It's okay, Nick. I feel you.
Unfortunately, I know a bit about it, and I really wish I didn't. So.
I also blame the fact that I watch a lot of American politics. Just not like okay. When I say I watch political shit, it's more like it sounds so much boring than what I actually watch. I don't sit and watch people fucking like sit there debating like fucking economics and shit. I'm like
Economics.
I'm typically watching like they debate, but they're debating like they're actually entertaining debates where it's like just yelling at each other and fucking calling each other names like
You know, I would
you're a
love to
Nazi.
see-
No, you're a Nazi. Like I watch
I
that
would
shit.
love to see. Now, just think about this. Though. Wouldn't this be good for like a little like sitcom, like a little like comedy show?
Go on.
My podcast, I
A group
understand.
A group of people, right, having a debate over a very silly topic, like a deliberately silly topic. So like,
So like Reggie's podcast.
Fuck you!
Yeah,
Sugar does not need to be in Kool-Aid! Fuck you!
Yes, it does, Reggie. We're not having this conversation again.
But like, are watermelons better than coconuts? Kind of.
Yes. Well,
So like, you have a group of people that
depends on what we're arguing in terms of like opening up either one of them.
You genuinely described like half the topics on Reggie's podcast.
You know, I can literally debate about anything. That's the fun thing.
I know I did, but I just wanted to try and generalize
watermelon
it.
versus banana. Which one you like more? I'm a banana guy. Giggity.
Oh, what was it?
Watermelon versus bananas?
Banana.
Same.
Because
Alright, well,
watermelon,
can't
like
debate.
watermelon flavored. Okay, if we're talking about, like flavored things, banana flavored is like better.
Hey,
Watermelon flavor's pretty alright, but watermelon's so disappointing because you're like, oh yeah, fucking watermelon, it's gonna be great. I take a bite, it's fucking
There's just so much work to
disappointment.
watermelon.
It's
you know what I mean?
disappointment in a
There's so much work to
fucking
watermelon.
fruit.
don't go dissing the melon, man.
No, it's melons are good. It's
Melons
just
are
there's
good.
So much work to it.
Because watermelons
literally-
are like the watermelons taste alright, but like the work, the mess, the fucking seeds,
That's the goal. That's the goal, to open it to get that watermelon goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I'd
the banana
rather,
you
like-
just gotta peel.
Exactly.
That's all you gotta do. You
Just
don't need a
smash
knife,
that
you don't need a
fucker on-
towel.
You
Paper
just smash
towel,
that fucker
plates.
on a table. It's all set to go.
I've just realised we're actually doing a debate. What?
That's I'm telling you.
I told
It's
you.
half
I
Reggie's podcast.
like literally the benefit of me is I could fucking talk about
For an
anything.
hour and a half, Reggie and
I
I argued.
could.
whether or not
I
Kool-Aid needs to have
could.
sugar.
I could argue now about Kool-Aid being.
No, we're not talking about it again. We discussed that for
All
like
right,
2 episodes.
all right.
We're not doing
Best Mountain Dew flavored, downright. It's gonna
it.
be.
Code Red.
Eh.
What's your favorite?
I'm gonna go Blue Voltage. All right, no.
That's a good one,
No.
too. That's a good one too.
I'm gonna go Baja Blast. I'm gonna go Baja Blast.
That one's really acidic. I like it, but
Yeah.
it's like you really feel it.
I think I'm changed in the fact that like I only have Baja Blast with Taco Bell, and it's
Yeah,
down to
yeah,
like
yeah.
how often am I gonna have Taco Bell? So like it's like a
Probably quite
specialty.
often.
So my brain associates it with like being special. It's just a special drink now.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
With Code Red, I'm like, isn't it like the cherry one? Like it's just cherry.
I don't know. I know it's red.
It has the red color on the
It's
can.
kind of
and it's-
reddish
Yeah,
to an
uh,
extent. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm okay with Code Red. I'll drink it if someone gives it to me, but like, I don't typically go cherry flavored stuff. It's not like blue raspberry is like everyone goes fucking blue raspberry. It's like the king. It's the king of flavors. Tell me one
Yes.
person who won't pick the blue thing out of like fucking options. You're eating candy. You're gonna eat the blue one first.
Typically the blue is just always the best.
The blue is the best. Like
The
anyone
Mountain Dew I'm drinking right now is actually blue. Fun fact.
Exactly. Like even if someone says like, "Oh no, I picked the yellow one," you're a fucking weirdo and you know it.
Yeah.
Hi,
Facts.
Fiery Dragon. We're dissing anyone who doesn't pick blue first in terms of like colors. Even though blue's not my favorite color, it's more like I like green color wise. And I don't actually honestly I don't even think I have blue in my fucking closet like at all. Like I might have blue on the design, but I don't have blue in like my closet. Do you, Q? Do you?
I can't look in my closet right now because I'm in my front, but I probably do.
Is your hoodie blue?
It has blue in it. Yeah, it has blue in it.
I assume it would because Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's actually really colorful. It's like orange, pink, purple, red, blue. Like it's really Guardians of the Galaxy-ish. You know what I'm saying?
So
Okay.
it's basically colors. What you saying?
You're picking
It's
color.
like-
We're talking about
It's like the box art.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's like a box art.
It's
Blue
what-
raspberry is the best
Guardians of
flavor
the Galaxy.
because it is a synthetic flavor. It's basically engineered to be better than natural flavors. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Guardians of the Galaxy basically one just homage to the 90s or something. Right?
To the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot
I
of
mean, you
80s
have, like-
music in there.
They have like Pina Colada and Hooked on a Feeling.
Yeah, it's because that's like when the main character is like based around was the 80s.
Yeah.
And like and he took his Walkman with him into space when he got abducted. Star-Lord. Yeah, Star-Lord.
Sorry,
Star-Lord,
Star-Lord.
yeah.
Star-Lord.
God, you said you were a Star Wars fan? What the fuck? Like, can't even get it right.
It's not even the same thing.
I mean, if you like,
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong at all. It probably is facts. It's more or less the fact that like obviously I'm going to go with science. I'm gonna pick blue. If I'm picking candy, I'm gonna pick the first bite. It's gonna be a blue one.
Yeah, like the what's it called?
Like look at M&Ms. Like, you're gonna pick the fucking blue ones first. You know it. They don't even taste different.
I'm thinking of Jolly Ranchers, but I'm also thinking of something else.
Yeah, Jolly Ranchers are blue rancher flavored. Lollipops typically go like root beer or like cotton candy or like blue raspberry. They're actually like grapes that are made to taste like cotton candy. They kind of do. You only can eat like a handful of them before they stop having that cotton candy taste. They do have that cotton candy taste. And I would funny enough, I have blue raspberry vodka right in front of me.
Nice.
Like literally blue raspberry. I like blue raspberry. It's like my go-to flavor. Like if soda just made a blue raspberry flavor, I'm gonna fucking buy it and drink it. I think it does. It might actually have a blue raspberry flavored. Black, I don't know. I mean, I guess black kind of works. I always associate black with like black licorice or chocolate. So either I'm gonna be disappointed or gonna be happy. Because who the fuck eats black licorice? Q.
I've literally never even tried it in my entire life. So
No, I don't.
I don't know why you're coming at me so hostile, but I'm gonna ask you to step the fuck back. all right?
Smarties in Canada are like M&Ms. Smarties for us are much different than that. Smarties for us are like a chalk kind of like disc. I hate it. I hate Smarties.
Really? You
yeah,
don't
no,
like Smarties?
I don't like Smarties.
I like Smarties.
and like
I fuck with 'em.
in school they always give us Smarties, and I'm just like I don't.
Smarties are alright, but fun thing. So they used to be paired with a lot of artificial flavors in that.
Yeah.
before. And they used to apparently when I was a kid, I used to get insanely hyper rating blue Smarties.
Get
Like
what about blueberries?
I don't know. I'm gonna admit most of my child is a bit fuzzy, but
I want to point out kids like oh yeah, there's no food that naturally is blue. Blueberries. It just blueberries exist.
blueberries are like a natural.
Blueberries.
um,
Blueberries literally exist.
Yeah, for some reason, right? They couldn't find a natural version for the blue Smarties, but I'm thinking blueberries.
They
Just use
rockets up there.
blueberry juice, you know?
Like honestly, I could go for some blueberry Pop Tarts right now. Like legit, could go for some like fucking Pop Tarts.
We do have Pop Tarts over here, but I think they're a bit different.
See, blue M&Ms are naturally blue. See?
Okay, Reggie. You wanna say something again out loud real quick?
Now we're gonna have to go back to a time machine. Now we're gonna have to go back to a time machine and let like my parents. do it.
If you put blue food coloring on food, it turns blue.
Is it true? Is that natural?
Blueberries are not a construct of my memory. or my imagination.
They might be a natural
Fuck
food
you.
coloring because I know beetroot's a natural red.
I hate. Does anyone actually like beetroots? Like anyone?
Anyone what?
Anyone like beetroots at all?
Never heard of it.
What's
It's a type of It's a type of.
You not eat vegetables? Like
No, I don't actually.
you're like no, that my life's fine without them.
Yeah, they are. It is.
It's a type of vegetable, but
I'm trying to actually look up blue foods.
it's known for being a natural source.
I'm
of
colorblind, you bigot.
Also, I should
Are you
really point
actually?
out
Yeah.
that-
You're just a faker.
I'm not actually a faker.
He's a big
I should also
faker.
point out that beetroot is pretty easy to stain. Like it can stain a lot.
That's fair.
Makes sense.
Nick, you're weird. I gotta say, boy.
Why would he say?
He said he
I love
likes
beetroot, yeah.
beetroots. Like what? What you?
Actually, blueberries are a deep purple.
No, you're wrong. That's wrong. It's bigoted.
Says Kit the cattle.
Bigoted. Technically, our blood's blue, so if you drink blood, it's technically natural.
It's true.
Apparently,
Unoxidated
okay.
blood is blue.
Thank you, Core, because that actually gives me a good yes or no if I'm right.
I just looked it up.
Did you?
No, that's what Charles and Y says. It is deep purple. Whatever, dude.
Weirdly enough,
Tomato.
there are blue. Oh, the fish that is blue. It actually is blue. Kind of cool. Lingcod or lings can have blue flesh and are edible. That's cool.
I mean, if we're talking about naturally blue, I'm sure there's some blue fish out there.
There are blue fish, and it's like actually kind of cool looking. I'd eat it.
Like Dory. Dory's blue, and she's technically edible.
There are blue potatoes, also blue carrots. Blue corn, but blue corn looks more like the purplish. Actually, yeah, blood's I think like blue until it hits oxygen.
Apparently, red cabbage is blue.
I know purple cabbage exists. I think everyone's just like, yeah, purple, everything's purple. Like not the podcast, but like what I'm looking up. It's like yeah, blue, purple. Bunch of flowers that are naturally blue.
Sharks are blue. I think they're a little more gray, in my opinion. But
Yeah, they're like a grayish blue.
you
They
think what you want. They're Fire Dragon 1.
Look, just because Q's a bigot towards blue. He hated
Like
Skeeter.
I'm actually racist towards blue.
He hated Skeeter in the Doug.
I actually like that character.
You're like, that's my favorite, actually.
Not
Joke's on
I
you.
wouldn't say favorite. I never really watched Doug all that much, but I
Favorite.
remember Skeeter.
My favorite character.
My favorite.
Wend. Oh.
No, a blue character I did kind of like was what was that show called? Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Oh, you like blue?
Yeah, blue is pretty cool.
What about the ants from the Bug's Life?
Were they blue?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
I fuck with them. I don't fuck with the
Why,
locusts.
weren't
Locusts are kind of dickheads, but hey, you know, it is what it is.
My friend.
they? Oh, yeah, Bugs Life. That was a decent Pixar film.
My favorite race, the blue race.
My
My
friend.
It's a NASCAR race. Joke's on you. I actually hate NASCAR.
Bro, NASCAR is
Okay,
such a waste of
okay.
fucking time. Let's talk about it.
Okay. I think the concept of racing cars, sure, that could be fun, but NASCAR does it so boringly.
They're literally in a same
I
circle,
understand that.
just driving. How is that a sport? How could people watch that and enjoy themselves? Like, in my opinion,
I do want to point
if
out.
you like NASCAR, by all means, you can feel offended by what
I do want to point out.
But I think
Sense.
that if you actually hold on, Reggie, I gotta say something. If you
Yeah.
actually like NASCAR, I think you genuinely hate yourself.
I want to point out they probably don't even have an audience anymore because the audience is so like low. It's like hard to really tell. One second, I have to check something quick.
So sorry if you are a fan of NASCAR, but
Sure.
my
Have you
opinion.
watched? Have you seen like any of the Formula One?
The what?
Formula One. It's kind
Formula
of more
One.
technical.
Yeah.
more
No, that's like
technical.
drag racing, right? Yeah, like just goes. No.
It's not drag racing. It's like it's lap racing, but it's like more technical courses.
Well,
like,
here's
all
the
around
thing, Kit.
board and-
They got rid of the potential crash. Like they've made it so safe that they can't crash, so people just aren't interested.
Charizard, why? Are you talking about cars, the movie Cars?
obviously. I want to point out there is a video by Emperor Lemon. I recommend it.
Okay.
There is
You
no.
have such the weirdest YouTube names that I love it.
He's been around for a while. He has like, I think a couple 100,000 subscribers.
I believe it.
He got me back into speedrunning with a competitive melee video, so like not even the same concept, it still got me into it. But did a video on there will never be another racer like Dale Earnhardt Jr. I actually recommend it. Like I give zero shits about NASCAR. Would recommend that video.
Was it just like an inspirational video that made you feel inspired, or
No. I just thought it was like a pretty good documentary that maybe it was like pretty like the guy combines like being entertaining but like being informative at the same time.
okay?
Like that's how like he just did like he has a series called There Will Never Be Another, which basically looks at like things. I guess that's a setup for the documentary. The last one was There's Never Gonna Be Another Melee Player like fucking what's his name?
Storm.
No, it's like his name's like Hitbox or something like that or Hbox or.
I don't know many of the competitive melee scene, but
yeah,
I do know there's somebody named Storm. I think that's really
there
good.
might be, yeah. But he did one on that on Hbox and or maybe Liquid Box. I don't actually remember the name fully. Would recommend that one too. It was actually really informative and like taught me a lot about competitive melee. Would recommend.
All right.
I would get into competitive melee, but it's expensive shit to kind of get into that.
Is it? A GameCube is literally like $30.
Yeah, but Smash Brothers itself is like 50 to 100, and then
Melee. You don't have a copy of Melee from your childhood? What are you doing?
No, I never had a GameCube. And
The classic.
then to be competitively viable, you have to get a very specific controller to be on point with the melee players. I want to point out, I also find that bullshit, but it's actually a legit thing. There are specific controllers that melee players will use because it gives them an advantage with like wave dashing and shit.
Yeah, I believe it.
Which I find illegal. I think that should be illegal. I think that should like legit be illegal.
I mean, no. If everyone's using it, then
no.
it's
Only the elites use it though.
that's what I'm saying though, which is why they're elite.
I just think it's bullshit that
Get the controller and it'd be just as good. Like,
I think it's bullshit to be good.
Unless there's like, if you could press the A button and it does a full combo, then yeah, that's cheating. But that's not the case. They're still pressing the button.
It's basically to make them faster. And, like,
yeah, it just puts the buttons you need closer together. That's all it does.
No. Like it has a bug in it that makes it easier to do like wave dashing and like different like shields and shit like that. I just find it personally bullshit. And then people complain. They'll complain like, "Oh man, but I need my controller." It's like, no, it's kind of cheating in a sense. You need you need broken hardware to be any good at a game. What?
I happen to have a list of how much GameCube games cost on Amazon over here.
Mm-hmm. You know, GameCube games are expensive. You're right.
They are.
Mario Kart Double Dash is £27, which is quite.
That's like 35 here.
Yeah.
Sunshine is 34 to 40.
Yeah, I have Sunshine. Don't care about that.
Is 30.
I want to point out
the
Pokemon games. Pokemon games are so bad at like never going down in price. Like, they're
always 40, 50, 60.
Yeah. They will never go down. Like you can never be like, oh, I'm gonna wait for it.
They age well. Like you could just pick it up and play it.
The only ones that have gone down in price are like Pokemon X and Y.
Really?
Yeah, to like 20.
That's one of the better ones in my opinion too. Like I really like the engine that they use.
The replay value is kind of meh, but it's a good game.
Yeah, I like the engine.
Yeah, I tried replaying it and I hated the story.
It's such a rare game over here. Like not the original, but XD Gale of Darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of them are pretty.
It's £110 over here.
Yup, I believe it. I mean, when I wanted to buy it a few years ago, it was $100, and I was like, insane.
I was like, I would like to play
mega pack There's a mega pack bundle here. Sorry.
With Coliseum and XD.
Yeah. It's Coliseum, the GameCube, Pokemon box, and like a connector and everything.
Yeah.
It's selling on Amazon. I don't know if it's like the full copy or what. Quite a lot. £879.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Almost $1,000 for that, man.
My favorite early bird Pokemon would be Articuno.
Starter! Did you say early bird Pokemon and you said Articuno?
Yeah.
Articuno's not an early bird Pokemon.
I didn't know if you meant like Gen 1.
No, he's talking about like the Route 1 Pokemon.
Okay. Pidgey, are you talking about Route 1 Pokemon? Like I assume just been like early, like
Hoot Hoot. I'm pretty sure that's what
I
he's
just
talking
thought you
about, the
meant
early
Gen
bird-
1.
early-
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
Like,
because
Alright,
when people typically say early bird Pokemon, they're talking about the Route 1 Pokemon. That's like in
that's
every single
fair.
game.
That's fair.
Fletchling is really cool, but I'm a Staraptor kind of guy.
If I had the money to drop on that XD limited edition GameCube, I would get it. I do want to get like a black GameCube because I think those look cool.
Yeah, if I just had money to blow, I save my money, so I don't
Yeah.
have I don't just spend it willy nilly.
But
But if I did have money to like just like straight up be like, yeah, I can dump down 1,000.
I would
I'd
just
totally
get every limited edition like version of a console that I wanted.
do it.
Like I'd get
I
like the
would-
Pikachu N64. I'd get like the Halo Xbox 360 or whatever. Those are the examples I can think of right now. They're like specifically like
Do you want a GameCube?
GameCubes are
have-
relatively cheap. It's like
They
the
have
thing.
a Sword and Shield limited edition Switch that I would like because it looks really
Oh,
dope.
nice.
Put me down. Like I want to get like the Pokemon limited edition DSs and shit.
Ooh, the Corviknight line isn't bad, Charizard.
Yeah, Corviknight's alright. I like it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a badass when it fully evolves. So
I
Good
would
boy.
say though, my favorite bird Pokemon would have to be well, I'm trying to think. You know what it is?
Dodrio.
It's actually Murkrow and Honchkrow. I like those.
Oh, really?
I like those designs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mer- they're really cool. They're
Murkrow's
cool.
pretty good.
I just like how Murkrow looked, and then
You have
later
the
on
Halo
he
X.
decided, and he
Okay.
decided, let's make its evolution a Mafia boss. Like,
I
like, it has like the fedora.
I also want to get like the fight sticks for like consoles, like just the console fight stick, for, like Street Fighter.
The
and
Wii?
shit. Yeah, like the fight sticks for like Street Fighter and Tekken, all the like fighting games.
Oh, yeah.
I want to get those fuckers. So good.
Okay.
I would actually like to get the you know those you know that rhythm game series Taiko no Tetsujin. I actually want to get the taiko drums and play because I've got the game on the Switch. I want to get the taiko drums and play it properly.
I want to get the Donkey Konga drums.
Dude, I was just thinking about that. I've never used those to play the game, but
But you're like, I want this.
like you always used to see the commercial, but I don't know anyone in real life that owns the drums.
Oh, I do want to slightly plug myself here because I don't know if anyone knows my Twitch or not. Well, I don't know if these guys know if I'm. Tonight, like 5, I'm gonna be live streaming on Twitch. Like,
.tv/Regi YouTube.
Regi YT. Yep.
Remember to follow.
I don't know. I feel weird plugging it, but at the same time, like half the people probably don't even know I have it. So it's like
That's
I
the thing, plug it,
probably
dude. It's your
should
podcast,
let them
man.
know.
Yeah.
I won't lie to you. I've been like refreshing my sub feed, waiting for someone to go live. I have no one that's live. I have
Oh, you
one.
want to raid somebody?
Well, I'm looking to raid someone. Like no one is live. There's like one person live.
Raid my latest video.
Actually, I was debating on like raiding Pugweeni's latest video.
Do that. What's his latest video?
It's Golf Story Part 26. I have no idea what Golf Story is, but I thought it'd be nice to like raid our boy Pugweenie, give him some love.
Yeah, do it.
We might be doing that.
It uploaded 14 minutes ago. Do it, dude.
Yeah, you know what? Since no one is live, and I want to raid someone because I actually have an audience for once, because the YouTube showing my shit. We're gonna go raid Pugweenie's video.
Hashtag Regi podcast in the comment
Weenie.
section.
You're like Regi raid, great video, bro. 0 out of 10.
Do like those bots that always say, "Keep it up, man. Great content."
You're thinking about doing a Spyro no hit run. I've debated on doing those, but at the same time, like, do I want to? Do I want to? Hey, I'm back to like normal numbers. I'll fully take that. I'm like back to normal likes, normal.
Yeah, we're up to like
Yeah,
we're up to, like,
boy.
averaging 5 to 10 viewers.
Yeah,
so.
boy. Well, actually, we're at 9 currently. Now would be the time to raid. So we're gonna go raid them.
But yeah.
Funny enough, oh no, that's my Twitter. I was like, oh, my Twitch. Like, no, it's my Twitter. My Twitter, different. We're gonna go raid them. I'm gonna go eat some food because I'm hungry. I ate like at 4 o'clock this morning. I'm like kind of hungry in the sense. We're gonna go raid Pugweenie's video. Go tell him I said hi. Because like he's not live. Because no one's live for some reason. It's like 10 a.m. on a Saturday. So
Hashtag Reggie's raid in the comment section.
So I want to like go give the guy some love. You know, like the guy deserves it.
Like his video, subscribe, all that good stuff.
I'm also gonna go to it myself and like. I'm actually gonna comment Regi raid.
Same.
So we're gonna we're all gonna comment Regi raid. Everyone that comes over. I have no concept of what Golf Story is, so
Same, me neither.
Don't-
I literally don't.
don't you worry.
If I had to guess, it's a Mario Party thing, but I don't think it is.
We're just gonna go.
I can explain Golf Story.
Go for it.
It's a sort of an odd RPG style game involving golf.
That's fair.
You basically
Get
go
that
around different
golf.
golf courses and like weird stories and side quests, and you have to like buy new clubs and you level up and upgrade your skills.
fair.
Quite alright.
So, I want to thank you guys for popping into the stream today. It's lovely having a fucking audience for once. It's
Yeah,
not even
dude,
like their
the
fault. I feel
Past
like
3 episodes, it's just been
like,
me and Regi talking shit for 2.5
Hey,
hours.
Regi,
because no
Hey,
one
Regi.
fucking could see it.
think about it. Who brought the people in?
Me and Q.
With that being said, we're gonna get out of here. If you all like what you saw on the don't forget to like, subscribe if you're new, and we will see you all. in the
Links
next
to both these
episode of the
guys down
podcast.
below.